Hello everyone, and welcome to the Lost Harbor Tavern. I'm your host, Nitsify. Welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign. With this little pirate crew. I forgot to share screen so people can hear music if they want to hear it, though we kind of use a lot of the same music as of late. That's because, you know, we're working with it. We're working on that. We're working on that. But welcome to the Rum and Harbor campaign. It's a pirate campaign where they go around to a bunch of areas. We are missing a player today, but they are heading to the Scotsy Empire today. Just a quick little recap from the last session. Last session, they essentially went to a small little island in the Fey Sea, where we had a pixie try to steal from Borf, who got basically shot and lost a limb by Tito. That's the thing. Meanwhile, we found out that Loki's a doppelganger. So there's that. More of a doppelganger that doesn't even have memory of anything. And as far as he was aware, he was Loki, but now it is the question of, is he actually still Loki? Very confusing stuff to figure out. Gotta love identity crises. Gotta love that.
Imposter syndrome.
Heck
A joyous.
Yeah. We love
Quite
it.
literally.
Love to happen.
Yeah,
Don't
prom,
worry.
it's not a syndrome, it's just is.
Oh man, but that being said, we have some players here. While we are missing the rabbit, I will give his fun fact for the day that he definitely did not tell me. I'm definitely not making this up on the spot. Usagi likes ramen. Okay, moving on. I've made that canon, I guess. He likes noodles, cool. But we do have Isa, aka Toasted Ghost, who does play Oblek.
Yeah, what's up?
Yeah, what's up? You got a fun fact?
Yeah, Ubex's boobs are called Ubies. Next one.
My God. Okay, cool. I'm glad to know that you've named that. That is
It's the
fun fact.
scientific name. I didn't come up with it. The researchers did, not me.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you have a researcher on your boat, so Lavana calls it that now. So
Of course it's Lavana, bro.
Yeah. I mean, it kind of fits on the fucking
Of
thing.
course
Lavana
it's
is.
Lavana. It's in character.
It is very in character, weirdly enough.
The
But
stripper witch.
yeah. I mean, that's what she was, and kind of still is. Speaking of people that speak in the void, we have the Void Fighter, known as Loki, played by Acrid.
Bye.
Got a fun fact?
Fun fact,
Yeah, man?
I don't think he has one.
Nah, he's got this. I believe in him. He started winding up for it. He's got something, surely.
Shirley.
Surely. Ignore the fact that, like, you know, Issa's actively still cutting her bangs. Nah, she's killing it, though. She's killing it. What you thinking?
Loki tends to write letters very similarly to the Mint Pirates, but right now he's just writing them normally.
Okay. Heck yeah.
He likes to add extra bullshit so people know who it's from.
That's fair. He can also just sign his name, but no, we get it.
No, it's
Just
funnier.
Let's keep people also from forging his name, which is actually kind of a smart move. There's also Carla, who is played by Shadakaranya.
Hi. Hirla
Got it.
once nearly flooded her home when she was learning how to control water.
This is very different vibes from every fun fact today. I just want to put that out there. Like, sometimes y'all kind of weirdly enough, without telling each other, make a theme somehow. These are like 180s. God damn, you cut off a lot of hair, Isa.
It's just because my hair's so thick.
No, yeah, it's fair. I get it. I've been there, done that.
It's everywhere.
But that being said, we're actually going to get into the campaign, and may I remind you, as long as you're in the Fey Sea, we've got the Fey chart, so everybody gets to roll me a D100 at the beginning of the campaign. Let's see what status effects you get for this session.
Hello, what you got?
Just tell me them out loud.
73.
73. So for you, Kirla, your sweat is no longer normal. You're sweating. No, we literally just got this one last session. So roll one more time because literally Ublex had this last session.
91.
91. All right. Your skin becomes bouncy and jiggly, resistance to bludgeoning. So it's just like squishy.
Ooh. You trying to take my teeth?
You trying to take
trying to-
Ublex's gimmick?
Yeah,
Trying to take my swag?
Yeah,
You trying to be me?
Yeah, so like
That's
you're
okay.
kind of
Got
just like
98.
you're like a fleshy plasmoid. I don't like that. I don't like that wording.
Mm.
Nah.
Oh.
There's better wording for that. Ooh.
Cube of flesh
Yeah.
vibes.
I don't even remember what mine was last time.
I don't remember either. Okay, what did you get, Acrid?
98.
98. Okay, suddenly you grow 20 feet of blonde, indestructible hair like Rapunzel.
Oh my god.
So you have this 20 feet of blonde, indestructible hair coming behind you. So
Slay.
essentially, even with your your disguised form as Loki, where you typically just have that black messy hair instead of the snake hair, you essentially just have 20 feet of just blonde hair instead of the black hair. So yeah. And Issa, I'm gonna need that whenever you get back to your seat. I don't know what you got up to go.
51. I got a 51.
You got 51. You got a 51. Okay. So you have a theme song that is playing whenever you move. You get a +5 to your movement.
Can I play the theme song for you guys? I have a song in mind.
Oh, don't copyright us. Don't copyright us. Don't copyright us.
Okay, it's gonna be copyrighted. Now I know it's gonna be copyrighted.
You can tell us. You can just tell us what it is. People can just look it up.
It's gonna be. I don't have music in mind.
Dude,
I was
it's
thinking about-
just random music. It could just be random music. Just whatever you feel like fits Ublex's vibe for the rest of the day whenever they move, like even slightly, that music just starts playing.
What if instead of music, it was like microwave noises in the background, just like very faintly?
Yeah,
like,
no, sure. Yeah, no.
And it's like...
Every time you move, there's microwave sounds. But as soon as you stop, it stops.
People like, stop moving.
Dude. Suddenly everyone... Oh, wait, no, that's actually horrible. That is... Well, okay, actually, you know what? You're a magic
Yeah,
user.
no,
You're
I'm
not
sticking
as
to the
martial.
theme music. It's just so funny.
Oh, man. Either way, those are the effects you guys get for today's session. So +5 to the movement for one person. We have the 20-foot hair. And we had the resistance to bludgeoning.
Oh, thank God Loki has the string fruit. He can tie that shit up out of the way.
Yeah, you can tie it up. Like, that's something, you know?
He's like, God, fuck, no, I'm not dealing with this.
Yeah, like, you just
Play
wake
the
up.
Boots house down, Loki.
Heck yeah. Yeah, so basically you guys would just wake up, you have these effects now. You guys are starting to approach, the Skazi Empire. You're like a half a day away when you start to wake up. You will get a letter, specifically newspaper. You got yourself newspapers, everybody. So you get news. This is just a guess.
What's the news?
Oh, okay, so you guys are gonna read. I was gonna say, like, y'all are reading, right? Okay, cool. So, you will find out a very interesting thing, which is the fact that, oh boy, where is it? Here it is. Okay, so, you would find out through this that the Navy has gotten rid of the warlord system. Meaning any people that are warlords have been denounced. Meaning they no longer get protection from the Navy and they are once again considered an enemy. Because after the problems with Halamar and they started finding out, oh wait, no, he was doing these things, this might not be a good idea to work with this, they have decided to denounce the warlords. So there is that. It has also been mentioned that a certain emperor has started making moves around Ingerhaze Sea. A certain man known as Innerfeller.
Oh, fuck.
So that's great. It has been mentioned that he actively took over yet another island, giving him his 23rd island that he now controls. And on top of that, it has been mentioned that the Global Nobles will be hosting a party pretty soon in the Ochained Islands.
Oh, ain't that fucking convenient.
We love to see it. We love to see it. I love, by the way, the insane clicking and clacking. I love that. That is funny to me, weirdly enough. But yeah, y'all know that you're heading to Scout the Empire. You guys know that this is the area where you can find the Fey Circus, which is where they typically set up as well. So that is an area. But you guys would start to make your way to the docks. If there's anything you wish to do on the boat before you guys dock, of course, please let me know now or forever hold your peace. Is there anything from anyone? Any attempted assassinations? Anything? Just double checking.
Irla's just gonna be checking in on Loki to see how he is doing.
Okay.
He's existing. He's not really interacting much for this trip.
That's valid. That's valid.
She still wants to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, he's also trying to. Now he's sitting there like trying to keep the voice in his head quiet.
That's
Ublex is gonna like find Loki and ask what's going on. Loki, Ublex knows a thing or two about not feeling like who you are.
That? Yeah, no, that would make sense. You would know a bit about that.
You want me to go? Or I
should.
Hi. He's been following her the majority of the time. Yeah. he basically just follows her around the ship.
That's fine.
That's so
Loki
cute.
wouldn't be upset about that. Logan's go. Simply put, I ran into an old friend on the island, and I realized that's where I was born. I didn't remember that.
I know that feeling. It's like,
So,
yeah.
I just got a sudden. I need to figure out what the fuck happened to my memories.
Well, boss, if you want. I think Gildart was a spy from the Revolution, if I remember right. He might be of use for that. Or you
I
could,
think I'll go ask him. Yeah, actually, that would make sense.
if there would be anyone good at
Absolutely
gathering
should.
intel, it would be him or the witch. For being honest.
Yeah, Once I know all the information for myself as well, I'll be sharing. But for right now, the pieces aren't straight for even myself, so I don't want to give out information yet.
Do you want me to go with you?
Understand.
I think I'll be. I don't know if we'll have to go very far to find the information. Information seems to be finding us, so I don't know. I'll just trust my gut and see what happens. But for now, I'm gonna go talk to Gildart.
I mean, do you want me to go talk to Gildart with you?
That's up to you. I'm not gonna tell y'all what to do.
I know exactly
well, if
how you
wanna
feel.
find this out on your own, then that's up to you. But
Anyone can follow. I don't. Not holding anything much for this.
So, I'm guessing you're gonna head out your captain room to go talk to
Yeah.
Gildart? Alright.
I'm gonna go find Gildart. Is he on the wheel?
Well, as you start heading out the room, you will see the Jester, is standing there menacingly.
Oh,
Hi,
my
buddy.
doggy!
Yeah,
Hi.
it watches Loki go by with the most, watches
Oh,
everybody else go
mission.
by, it sees it like, what's that? Tail wagging.
I'll mention Loki looks at him like, hey, buddy, and just keeps walking like it is the most. Hi, bud.
You get a resounding,
I get a resounding silence.
no, you get a resounding,
Yeah.
So funny. It looks just like two things following them, the just like and That's crazy.
Is
Or
that weird?
farming.
Is It's that weird thing with Shin. Like, he kind of just normally laid, like, you know, at like a random wall and just watched everybody normally when he was on the ship. So now he just kind of has somebody to follow instead of standing around. So it's kind of that weird for him.
It's so cute.
He went from being idle to now he gets his steps in daily.
Yeah.
Steps in daily is crazy.
Yeah, you know, the guy with, like, base movement of 60 feet.
I was actually
Dude
using
is
that 60 feet.
is like at a near crawl, having to follow Ooblex. Like
Oh,
his
yeah.
feet is-
Yeah, no, like, he literally has to go half his normal walking speed.
That's crazy.
Ooblex takes 3 steps, Shin takes 1.
Sorry, that fat ass is so heavy.
Ah.
Okay. Fine, you know what? He carries you. There you go. Okay, so, yeah, you can...
That's crazy.
Oh, man. If he does that enough, he's eventually just gonna get a buff to his strength. Because he doesn't have much strength, so he's just
Above 2.
Yeah, I mean, because that's weirdly enough, that's strength training over time.
Fucking manhandling your legs is crazy.
But yeah, no, you can go follow, you know, big old man Gildart. You can go get to him. He's at the wheel right now, currently talking with, Borf, as always.
I'm gonna follow behind. I'm
That
tagging along.
Oh
Yeah.
god. Bye.
Everyone's on the ship.
Everyone's on the ship. Everyone's on the ship.
Everyone's on the fucking dog.
Yeah, I want to mention...
Mirla just wants to make sure Loki's alright.
He's fine, mostly.
That's fair. That's fair. Yeah, no, you can head up.
He's
you can hear
not.
Borf actively talking to Gildar about how she, at one point in time, brought a cleaver down when she was still, you know, not traveling yet, and bisected a goblin that was raiding the camp. And then she was just telling him in very, very detailed, like, description about how the guts looked after the bisecting.
That is a very null piece of information to know.
Yep. You could hear her talking about how she took the spine because it was her first ever kill, and she made it into a trophy and hung it up in you know, her tent wall. Like,
Oh my goodness.
yeah, it's still in her chest to
Mirla
this day.
looks mildly nauseated.
Oh yeah,
Loki
no,
looks
very good reason.
Fucking face.
It is very valid because the amount of detail she goes into talking about how the blood went everywhere. She could see, like, you know, the liver hanging out, and like it's just like the most gruesome detail.
That is a fucking null for ya.
Yep. Usagi is
shit.
dating a psycho.
No, he's dating a woman with personality.
You know what? You're right.
Okay.
You're right. My bad.
This
Chief.
is a redeeming character trait.
You're right. If they aren't willing to kill anything in sight, then honestly, what type of woman is she? It's crazy. Okay, so what are you doing? What are you doing, Loki?
I'm just gonna walk up and just sit there. Just wait. It's the most, like, patient, like, I'm not interrupting Borf.
Yeah.
That's how I get sent to God.
Yeah, so Gildar, after she finishes that, he would just look to her and just go, "Why don't you go talk to, kind of like looks around?
Go talk to Usagi. I'm sure he'd love to hear that story.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. Go talk to, you know what? Tell Usagi every single gory detail. He loves
I'm
hearing
sure
about
he'd
people
love to
being
hear it.
bisected. He loves hearing about spines being ripped out, too. She looks between the two of you and just goes, yeah, all right, I'm gonna go downstairs. And she just basically jumps down from the main area and then goes into the kitchen. The head down, so. What do you need?
Okay.
He needs. We're listening.
Okay, all 4 of you. I'm counting
wanna
your dog.
If one count both the dogs.
Where's the other dog? Using the jester like kind of, cause like again, there's the stairs and then there's stairs again before you get to the wheel. It's just like one staircase under, and it kind of like pokes its head up. It's like, oh, right.
Yeah, that one.
All right. What is
it? just like looking up, like, hello?
Hello?
I don't exist.
I'm here. My name is Steve. I can't remember. Did you give the jester like a name, Issa?
I don't.
Yeah, we shortened it to Vez.
Right, Vez. Okay.
My
Heck
name is
yeah.
Vez.
My name is Vez. All right.
When
yeah.
Bro knows he's in trouble, full named.
You're right. That's when you know
Can't
you're
wait
wrong.
for can't wait.
Oh,
for you to say
actually, it was
his full
shortened to
name.
Vera. It was shortened to Vera.
Yeah, Vera. Yeah.
Vera.
Vera. I know I said that wrong.
I
Alright.
guess be updated on the fucking crew sheet.
All right. So.
Otherwise, I'm never gonna remember.
Oh man. All right. Yeah. I mean, I'll fix it. I'll fix it eventually. Yeah.
No, it's fine. Beep. Loki would look at Gildart and he'd go, how much did you work in the Fey Sea when you were working for the revolutionaries?
I worked some, but I was also born in the Fey Sea because I am a changeling.
That would make sense. I just didn't know. Where did you originally come from?
I came originally from a small island that later on became a part of the Skazi Empire. But I'm from an old one. I don't actually know if they still have the same name that they used to have. Now that I think about it, I think they renamed it when they took it over. Oh, god damn it. What was the name of that place? I think it was Asus, but I don't know if that's the name anymore.
That would make sense.
Sometimes they'll keep the name, but if it was an enemy, they will typically, just kind of like
Change
make
it to destroy the entirety of what was?
Mm-hmm. Though the Skazi Empire, they typically do keep things intact, unlike some other countries. So the chances of it still having its name is pretty good. Because their king is a lich after all, and he does like his information. But there have been
That would
exceptions.
make sense. Well, what's the name of the island we're going to?
The name of the island we're going to... That would be... He starts kind of like reaching into his pocket to like try and find the name of the island again. Because, you know, North Poles are kind of required for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, technically speaking, we are heading to the Skazi Empire, but you know, every Skazi Empire requires a different... There's multiple islands in the Skazi Empire, so it's more the question of which island in the Skazi Empire are we heading to. Damn it, right. Okay, the pose only says origin Skazi. Where's the witch? The witch would know, or the
Miko,
wizard.
go find Lavana.
Yeah,
Fucking
Miko, go find Lavana. Because y'all kind of do need to know that.
Fucking Miko runs off, comes back dragging the witch.
Nah, Miko would run off, grab something of Lavana's, go and bark at her to get her attention, and then run.
Alright, so it can roll me a wisdom save.
Oh god.
Yoinked an item of ours.
Wisdom. He's got a +4. Come on, Miko. 22!
22. Alright, so it barely beats the DC, did not have whole person affected.
I How would hold person affect the dog? Because I know there's a spell called hold monster.
Normally it would not, but this is a witch we're talking about.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
Witch.
it's kind of that weird thing of normally it wouldn't, but it's also Levana we're talking about. But yeah,
Everyone
no,
just
she
looks at Miko as he runs up and hides behind her. Just, what did you take from her? This is Levana. You're not supposed to take something from her.
You see her actively strutting up the stairs.
What did he steal?
I don't know. Roll me a d20. Let's find out.
Miko, what did you take? 7.
All right, roll me a sleight of hand. This is for how delicately Miko holds it in her mouth.
His
My apologies. I knew my brain was like, no, that's wrong, and then I just did not
sleight of
speak.
hand is dex.
Oh god.
3. Dirty 20.
Okay, so Miko manages to not break the potion of poison.
God.
Yeah.
No wonder she was trying to cast hold person.
Yeah.
She was trying to stop it from being
Pulls it
so-
from Miko's mouth. Delicately holding it, places it in her other hand, and just... Miko? Do not take potions.
I'll keep in mind next time to use joint lock instead. It wouldn't harm
Hands the potion
creature.
over to Levana.
Appreciated. I'd rather not have a poisoned Dune Strider, personally.
Dune Runner.
Dune Runner, apologies. Wasn't really a fan of the desert typically, but I understand it's of your own country.
Normally, he doesn't steal things like that.
Mm.
It's usually he'll grab a pen.
Yes,
He'll-
he's done it before once, and I had to joint lock him that time, and he didn't get away with it last time.
Miko!
I tried hold person this time, and I guess that was too nice. Joint lock
I
freaks
love
out
the
the
idea.
creatures a bit more than what hold person does. The joint lock quite literally freezes up every single muscle, rather than just the whole body.
Miko, you're not supposed to steal things like that.
Well, I guess it doesn't help that we were asking for you. Miko just took the initiative there.
But
Well-
a potion of poison?
Well, he was probably just trying to get your attention, and I guess it worked. But we were wondering if you knew the name of the island we're heading to.
Oh, that would be Nabetha. I will type that out for you,
Okay.
because I know you will not. I know you will not know how to spell this. I am helping you here. It is Nubbitha.
What the
Nabetha.
fuck?
Yeah, welcome.
I hate it.
Oh man.
Same.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm here all night. Oh man. But yeah.
Unfortunate.
What did you need to know about Nabetha?
I was wondering if anyone knew anything about Demigorgons dying there.
Demigorgons dying. She will, as well as Gildart, since he's here, the two of them will roll history checks to see if they know anything. I know Shin doesn't, because he's not from the Fey. He was on the border edge of the Fey. But one's a witch, she kind of has natural information on a lot of things just naturally, because she looks into stuff, and the other dude's literally from that area. And he's been around for who knows how long.
Yeah, he would mention, if it helps them any, he would mention that it would have been, I think Riker mentioned it was like 40-something years ago.
Yeah. Okay, so Gilnard does not recall anything. He has a +2 in history. His is a bit rough because he is a barbarian. So he'd kind of look to you and just kind of go, as far as I know, a lot of people die in the Fey in general. Keeping up with who's dying and what's dying is kind of hard. And you see Lavana quickly pitch in right after and just go, that's true, however, I do lightly recall demigorgons being killed on this island before, though it's not by the town people. I think there was an incident in the Fey Circus, if I remember right. We might be able to look into it from there.
I guess that's where I'm going.
Do you remember any specifics?
Something about a freak accident. Don't really remember exact details. It's been a long time since I looked into that or really heard about it. That was before my time. Well, kind of. I don't know how to put it. It's been a bit. I'm not that old. I'm only 21. So...
Can you think of anyone who might know better?
The problem
Probably
is,
the one that runs the Fey Circus.
I know witches in the Fey Sea, but those witches wouldn't be on this island. And by the time we passed by this island, it would be hard to turn back to this island, because the way the poses work. And then it might redirect our entire course. And if we want to get to the Skazi Empire, redirecting is not a safe idea. Because then our pose might send us to a new island, thinking that would be a quicker route to the Hell Chains. But, kind of what Loki said there, one of your best shots might just be directly talking with some of the people in the circus. They're interesting people. I myself have not been to the Fey Circus, but I had some friends who have been, and from my understanding, the entertainers there, they are, some are a little bit more transparent than others. To put it lightly, they definitely keep their hobbies and life separated from their work. But again, it's run by pirates, so I don't know what type of information we can get from them.
Alrighty.
Then we'll do what we have to.
Yep. Right! Actually, wait, no, hold on. Something just hit me. I just remembered. You did, way back. Remember after Gao, we were leaving, there was that man on the boat. Red hair, decided to jump onto our boat at one point and then sailed right off after leaving our boat, after leaving our card with the man who was dead. What was his name? He never gave us his name. He was a part of that circus. If we can find him, we might be able to get information from him. He seemed relatively talkative.
Bruno had the card.
Yeah. Yeah. But that's fine. That was just a free ticket.
We don't need the card, we just need the person.
Exactly. And even then, even if we need to get into the circus, it's not like you have to have the free ticket. We can still pay for one if need be. So it's not the worst scenario, if the time comes to be. But yeah.
Alright.
There's your information.
Alright. He'd leave it be.
Alright. So unless there's anything else, you guys can start arriving towards the Empire.
Oh yeah, did I forget to set that? Did we just forget to set that guy free?
The Navy guy?
Yeah.
I do think you did. You mentioned you were gonna give him to Jean, and we just never got to roleplay it out because we were trying to get.
Yeah.
Y'all really wanted to leave the island, so I kind of just skipped that whole roleplay bit because I didn't think y'all would really care. But you did.
I just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, I just wanted to make sure he wasn't down there starving. That was like me as a person.
Yeah.
To double check.
Yeah, no, you're good. He's not starving. He's not dying of dehydration. He's back with Jean. So.
Cool.
Yeah. You are good.
Right.
Before we get to the docking bit, I should ask, what NPCs do you want going on to the land, and who do you want to have keeping at the boat?
Yeah, who would be good in the Fey?
Who would be good in the Fey?
Probably not the Infernal.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna be real. Nathu's probably better off being on the ship. He might just start picking fights, like, straight up. An Infernal in the Fey is, like, asking for, like, a fight. Like, that is not a good combo. Just tieflings alone. Tieflings aren't even, like, demonic, but they're already kind of in that borderline area of you are infernal blood. You're already, like, cutting it pretty close to getting yourself into a fight with the Fae, just because you exist.
Got it. Alright. Rather play it safe. So it'd probably be good to bring Lavana, because she might actually know things.
That's fair. That's fair.
Random tidbits, and also it's a witch.
Yeah, I mean that's valid. That's valid. You can definitely bring the witch. So you can bring Lavana, and unless anybody else has anyone else they want to bring, it will just be Lavana coming up with you.
I mean, Miko's gonna be following along.
Okay, Miko.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, Miko finally getting some action. Possibly, I hope you all don't fight the Fae. That would be bad.
We fight the island. Come here, Lich.
Fight. Yeah, the Lich comes down. The level 17 Lich. All right, open fire.
Fucking this is why we have cannons.
Oh god. Okay, but yeah, no, you guys.
Not.
You guys can head onto the boat, onto the docks. You guys can start docking, at these, like, ports. I can actually give you some information for what you can see from the docks. So, from the docks, you can see that it's like a small island that you're kind of seeing as you guys are arriving. It's that very Fey-esque, like, trees I've kind of mentioned in the past from before that you're kind of seeing around this place. It's a very colorful place. There is also, like, I'd say you guys probably get here, like, midday. I'd say around, like, probably, like, 12, if not 11 a.m. And funny enough, you can see that there is confetti raining from the sky within the city. The stores seem to be set up just as massive circus tents rather than actual store buildings. All of the hometowns, all the homes of the town, are, once again, built like Hello Neighbor houses. And you can see where the Fey Circus is, because it's like, it's not directly in the center, but just kind of like off to the edge of the city, just not like on the like edge, if that makes sense. Still inside city, kind of like suburb area, essentially. And it takes up a fair amount of space of the actual town. You can see like one massive tent, and then a bunch of like medium-sized tents that kind of surround it. But yeah, you can see where that area is at. You can also see that on the dock, waving to you, is a guy you've seen before. A very familiar face, or maybe not so familiar face. Count if you remember them. Waving is a man that was mentioned before.
I hope it's who I think it is.
You can see the man with the red hair, the tattoos, the jester-like makeup, the yellow and blue makeup covering around the eyes, pale skin and the red pants with the black design going into like the inner thigh area with like the red cloth belt around it. No shirt, because why would he bother? It's the Fae. He's back. The fancy man is back. As he would wave to you, to the lot of you, and give a bow. A very performative bow, but a bow nonetheless.
I was around when this fucker was introduced. I remember him, but Loki was not, so Loki has no fucking clue who this is.
We'll have to tell Loki.
Yep.
It's the guy who invited. Wait, no, Kira wasn't here. I'll have to tell them.
Yep. It was Ublex and Usagi with only 2 actual PCs that were here. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Wait, wasn't
Hey,
Kirla there? Because it wasn't after Gal.
It was right after Gal. Like y'all were sailing. It wasn't until a session or 2 after.
I was here when he showed up.
Was he? Were you?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, you're right.
Were
you're
you?
right.
Yeah, 'cause
Oh, okay. Then we'll have to tell Loki.
Yeah, Loki's the only one who's like, who the fuck are you? Why do you know us?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's been a
This
hot
person.
minute. It's been like 30 episodes. Like, it's been a hot minute.
It's been months
Yeah.
for us as people.
Oh man.
And for us as characters.
Yeah. Like y'all have been sailing on the sea for I think like about like 4 months now at this point, like around there. I stopped keeping track of days after a while because I'm going to be honest, for me as a DM, that is a lot to keep up with. I already keep up with a lot as is. But like just
I don't
at
remember
this
if
point,
he
I'm just
introduced
kind of giving
himself.
y'all average stuff. But yeah. Oh
I,
man.
as a person, don't remember if he introduced himself.
He didn't.
He never did. He never said his name or anything.
Nobody asked.
Nope. It's a common thing that happens. The people typically don't ask NPCs half the time here, so. Y'all know we just don't know who you're talking to half the time.
He disappeared so fast too, though. We couldn't really.
Oh, yeah, no, I mean, it's fair with him.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact that he's got a 10-pack?
Oh, yeah, no, dude is ripped. Like,
He's part of the Fey Island. Shit's weird, anyways.
Hey, listen, you know, if you're gonna be a
2,
performer.
4, 6, 8. That is 10. What
Yeah.
the? You counted that on
I told you!
Freak.
Dude,
What's
listen,
wrong with you?
dude's built different, man. I don't know what to tell
I
you.
say after what I said in the channel.
Dude,
Uh-huh.
you say that, yet at the same time, you are a walking slime.
That's true. That's true. Yeah, I could make myself an 8-pack anytime. 10-pack.
Yeah, exactly. Also, I did not see what you had said till now, and that is crazy, because I did not notice that.
I didn't notice it either until I looked at the imaging and I was like, hold on.
That's crazy. I'm not
What a
gonna
woman
read that
double
out
for
loud.
one.
Absolutely not.
Well, we know where Issa was looking.
Yeah.
I'm kind of goaded with it.
Oh, man. Okay. But yeah, no, he would wait till you guys and give you a bow.
Loki would look at somebody to tell him who the fuck this man is.
Kirla just rests her hand on Miko.
Oh, man. Alright.
Alright.
Lavana will take the run because I think Issa had to say, you know, she had to see La Vie for a little second here. That's not the right wording. That is definitely not the right French words. That is, in fact, insanely incorrect.
What the fuck did you even say?
I don't know what he
KRB.
said.
That is not, in fact, I
That
had
is
to
the
BRB.
worst
Yeah.
pronunciation
C'est la
of C'est
vie.
la vie I have ever heard.
And
Also, that is not the right phrase to use.
that's what I'm saying. It's
Right.
incorrect.
Issa went bon voyage for a minute.
Yep. Also, I'll be honest,
Bon
your
voyage.
pronunciation sounded exactly the same to me as I said it. So I am slightly tone deaf in a way. So I would just put that out there. That is not something I would pick
It
up.
sounds the same to me too.
Yeah, it is the same way.
It's
Like
just
when
words.
it's like with the God, was it my brain's died. Y'all's dog, the Jester-like. It's like with the Jester-like's name. I can't tell the pronunciation different. I know I'm doing something wrong, but I actually can't tell the difference. That is just a problem for me. So,
I still don't know what the Just Like's name is.
Issa can tap
It wasn't
out for ya.
typed out.
Issa, if you want to type out your Jester-like's name, that would probably be good.
Oh yeah, what should I type it?
You can just type it in NPC visuals, and then I can just update it.
Okay.
But yeah. Oh, now you're getting rid of your comment on the guy. Okay, see, I did.
Yeah, so I can
Yeah.
type out its name.
No, that's fair. But yeah, no. I guess
Getting rid
Lavana
of the
will
evidence.
Lavana would just kind of look
No.
to Loki and just kind of go, Loki, that's the man I was talking about, the red hair one that jumped on the boat and offered the free ticket. That whole thing.
Oh,
Yes, that's him.
great. That's awfully convenient.
Indeed.
Alright. Cool. So we'll dock and Loki will hop down to talk to the guy.
Alright. He would just look at you and just go, "Good to see you. Glad to see you're here, Loki, as well as the rest of the Catastrophe Pirates."
Hirla is immediately on edge. This guy should not know Loki's name.
Yeah. You know my name, but I don't remember yours.
Oh, but of course, who wouldn't know your name? You're well known at this point, Captain. Going
Yeah.
around causing problems, even if you don't have quite the highest bounty. It's traveling around by word.
Right, I need to worry about that now.
Indeed, indeed. You could say that you've been a bit of an uproar when it comes to the pirates community. Maybe not the Navy, because they don't know everything you've done. But there's definitely pirates, some that have taken interest in you, and others that would rather see your crew burn. We're of no stance, of course, personally.
That's
Good luck burning us.
Trust us, even if we wanted to, we wouldn't go for fire. Fire's boring, and so overly used, it wouldn't be exactly a very flashy way to handle the problem, now would it?
Fireworks.
Now that's a good idea, madam.
Oh,
You
God,
changed
Thank
a
you.
bit,
What
haven't
makes
you,
you
Lex?
encourage this?
Oh, yeah. I kind of did. It's nice to see you again.
Yes,
Oh,
it's
I
good
also
to
got
see
this
you.
dog.
Yeah, I can see you. New dog. Bonded a little
He's
bit
a
with the
good
man
boy.
on the ship I've seen too. Good for you.
Yay. Yeah.
Indeed.
Been living good.
Shit
I hope
about
you've been
shit,
good.
This guy.
Well, I know your person went kaput, but it's fine. We'll just say that you still have the ticket on hand. You can come to the Fey Circus at any point today.
Much appreciated.
Of course.
Yay!
Faye the
Circus.
Psycho sent me here personally to welcome you to the island when we heard that you were on the way. After dealing with the last island, we wanted to make sure you got the perfect introduction to the island.
Why don't I trust that phrasing?
I trust him.
Either
It's the
way,
Fae. Take everything with a grain of salt.
of course, of course. Right, I should probably introduce myself. I am Selava.
Of course it is. God, that is a name.
I will just
I say that as a person. Loki would just not. But just me as a person, I could not stop that.
I'm the
Just
right hand.
Of course it is.
I'm the right hand of Faye, so if you ever need anything or have questions to ask, I can be of service, as well as some of the other main courtesans here. Or not really courtesans, jesters is the word for it. Courtesans, very different. You want
Yeah,
courtesan?
that's an interesting choice of words you got there if you're comparing yourselves to courtesans.
Sometimes you feel like that. When you're up in your... well, that's for another day.
What's a courtesan? Like whispers.
A courtesan is somebody who sells their bodies for money.
You're a sex worker?
You would just kind of give
If
you a
you're
look and just
going
go,
to be so blunt about it.
at times, you could say. Whenever I'm bored.
Great use of your body. Sure. Max gives a thumbs up. I don't know what to say.
Either way. Unless you want me to lead you to this, and I don't think you need me to actually lead you to the circus. But we'd love to see you around. Well,
Boy.
until then,
We'll be there.
grand. And he would throw down a bomb of confetti, and it'd completely make him disappear. Welcome to the Fey.
That's awesome.
Ublex, we need to discuss what somebody threatening us means and why it's a bad thing to encourage them.
He seems a nice guy.
Sure,
For
nice
all
guy.
we know, it could be an act. Did you forget what's been stated? They'll invite us whether they want us here or if they want to kill us.
Yeah, but maybe they have good intentions. We're kind of chill, no?
You heard what the man said. There are some people who would have our ship burn.
Yeah, but maybe not them.
We'll find out. There's
We'll
only
find
one
out.
way to find out.
I can't wait to drink and party if they want to party with us.
Alright, off to hell we go.
Dude,
Time to go to the circus.
I love the difference in between characters. Like, I can't wait to party. Why are you trusting them?
I've never been in a circus before. I mean, never seen one.
Oh, well, you're in for a surprise. It's a lot of entertainment.
Fey Circus, I can't wait to be entertained. I don't know if I've been to a circus as a human, but this is my first time.
Levana will lean into you a little bit and just go, I'll just let you know, the circus here most likely will not be like a normal circus. So
What?
everything here, keep in mind, is very different from a normal circus, probably.
Felix didn't say that.
Everything here is Fey touched. Be careful what you say and what you do.
Mm-hmm.
I come here. I am pure of heart.
Yeah,
They should know this.
Yeah,
I'm pure-
And that makes
I
you
have
the
no-
biggest target.
What?
Fucking.
You are pure of heart and overly trusting. That makes you the biggest target that there is.
Ublex, trusting, Kirla, ready to shoot a man. Loki, just kind of here and wanting answers.
Yeah.
Ublex trusting, Kirla suspicious of everything.
I'll be honest, you can see that Shen is just like on the edge of the ship, just standing on the guardrail, watching, like, the entire time.
Loki just looks over at him with that look of, you wanna come?
I mean, if something happens, I'll know. I can teleport then with my devotion.
Alright.
It's
I feel as
Fun
though
with you
it might
here.
be best if you go with Ublex.
Yeah.
Otherwise, she'll get herself in trouble.
Either way, he'll be there. It's just a fucking whether or not he starts there.
Will you make sure I don't get scammed? I don't want to get scammed.
I'd prefer him be there.
Oh, for
I
real.
can go. I won't lie. Insight's not my biggest thing. But if you want me to come for that reason, I can still come if you wish.
Just keep something bad from happening.
That
Who
I can
do we
do.
have that's good at the inside?
Just make sure I don't get kidnapped.
Good with insight?
But I'm not a kid.
Trust me, you won't be getting kidnapped. When it comes to insight, the people that are good at insight is Leo, your wizard, who by the way is one of your tankiest people. Tito, she's good with insight. Olana is good with insight. Osto's good with insight. Gildart is iffy with it. And I'm trying to grab. I'm pretty sure Pike is okay with insight.
Kirla has a pass of 18.
I don't know what Loki's is. I don't think he has great insight. No, he has a 13.
Granted, worst scenario, the Jest to like pick something up. Wait, are you bringing the Jest to like with you? I know Miko's coming.
I don't know if I want to bring my dog.
That's
I don't
valid.
want my dog getting taken.
Yeah. That's valid.
My dog's so cool and has massive aura. Who wouldn't want to take it?
Truth.
Okay,
Alright.
so our crew consists of a bard, a monk,
Yep.
and a wizard.
Oh, you bring the wizard. Okay.
We'll bring Leo, fuck it.
Alright, cool.
If
So
he's
we-
got the best wisdom, he's also tanky, so he's gonna be useful.
Yeah.
True. Very
Yeah.
true.
He is honestly a beefy character, like weirdly enough. He has more health than Lavana or Shin. He has like 89 HP.
Oh, really?
Yeah, which may remind you, the tankiest character on y'all's crew NPC-wise is Gildart with 109. So he's up there when it comes to HP, weirdly enough. Yeah, no, they can come with you. So you have Shin, Lavana, and Leo. The three will come along. So you guys can head into the area. You guys will pass through the town. I don't know if you guys want anything from town. You guys kind of already did a lot of your shopping stuff in the other islands. So I doubt it. But you guys can pass through the towns. There's confetti raining from the sky. The clouds are purple right now. In the sun, for some reason, and specifically the Fey Sea right now looks like a bright green. So yeah, you know, normal stuff. Nothing out of the ordinary. And you guys can head into the circus. So the question is, do you want to just like go around the medium tents, kind of checking around? Do you want to go to the massive tent where they probably have performances going on? What exactly are you wanting to go? Because there's all sorts of things. Because this is one of the places where like you have like people like blowing up balloons for kids. You have people selling like, you know, like all sorts of like circus-based foods like cotton candy, for example. You have you know that thing where there's like test your strength and they give you the hammer, you hit it and it goes up and it hits the bell. You have that. Then again, you just also have like the tents where they're probably just doing stuff inside the tents as well for performances. So.
Ooh, joyous.
What exactly are you wanting to do inside? Or like, where are you wanting to look?
Fearless here is moral support for Loki.
I don't know. Loki's just gonna wander around and see what clicks.
All right. I mean, if you want, you can just roll a perception check if you want to do that. If you're just doing like aimless wandering.
Yeah. I don't know. Yeah, sure.
Ublex, are you staying with the group?
I'm doing some carnival games.
Heck
Oh, God.
yeah! All right, you're gonna go do a carnival game. Okay. What type of carnival
Yes.
game are you going for?
Okay. Is there one where I can bob for apples?
Where you can bob for apple? Oh yeah, no, 100%.
Or
You can
like
go
have my
bob
head
for-
underwater?
Yeah, you can
Oh
bob for
God.
apples. So I actually have a picture for the guy actually running that. I kid you not.
Yes! Yes!
So you can see this guy. I'm gonna get the picture up right now for you. You can see this dude with this kind of like
Salutations,
black top
Twink.
hat, like a.
Asa!
That is a sentence.
Continue.
Yeah, you see this guy with like white hair, like very pale skin, black top hat with like a red cloth that goes around it, holding a card on it. Is an ace, by the way. He has this like black makeup that's put on. It's not a lot, but it's like, you know, he has like the diamond underneath his left eye, which is a red eye, and then the other eye is a silver eye, and it has like kind of like a circle that goes around it. And then the circle is like, you know, hollow, and then there's another circle that's fully filled in that's inside that circle. And the outside circle has like a little like tip point that kind of sticks out downwards. He's wearing this kind of like, you know, like when you think of like a circus, right? Now think of the people that do like the beasts, like when they handle the beasts. They have that jacket. You know what I'm talking about? Like the pop collar, like performance jacket, like the tailcoat that goes like down to the knees. He's wearing one of those, and it's just like dark velvet red, but with the inside of the collar being a black. And it looks like it's pretty slick. So it's way more slick material, maybe silk or something of that sort. But he's also wearing a like white dress shirt and black pants underneath it with like a checkered like, you know, undershirt underneath that as well with a red bow tie. Very fancily dressed. Yeah. He's a relatively well-built person. Like he's got that like lean muscle type of build. But yeah, no, he's actively doing it. He'd kind of look to you, Blex, and just go, why don't you give it a try?
Yes, please.
Go right ahead, go right ahead.
I love apples.
It's not just for the kids, just wait your turn. There's just a child that wants to finish up their apple bobbing, and then you can go right on ahead. Grab an apple, you get a prize.
What if I grab multiple apples?
If you grab multiple apples within the span of the time limit you're given, then you'll get multiple prizes. That's how it does work.
Okay.
I can't wait for Ublex to eat the tank.
You just soak up the water.
Becomes
Oh my
Blob,
God.
eats all the apples. The guy, that's cheating.
Suddenly, suddenly Ublex comes out like 7'8".
Brother, that'd be crazy. Yeah, alright, so this kid gets done, they get like an apple. Like they manage to grab an apple, and he goes and just like opens up a chest, and he's like, go ahead and pick one. Just pick whatever your heart desires, child. You see the kid kind of like rummage through a little bit, and they grab like a little like rubber duck that has like a little top hat on it and a little jester makeup on it, and they take that and
So
they'll
awesome.
walk off. So essentially,
Rubber duck with a top hat.
so
I'll
essentially,
get you one, Kirla.
No, that's me as person. I want a rubber duck with a top hat.
I will get you one.
Dude, the job that I work at, they actively were giving every single coworker a free rubber ducky, and they gave me a chef one. So I have like a little, I keep it near the sink that I work at because I'm, a dishwasher. So he sits right there at the sink that I work at, and he's got a little chef hat, he's got a little chef coat. He's my little guy.
So fucking cute.
I'll take a picture. I'll show you tomorrow because I work tomorrow, so I'll do that for you.
This is necessary. I need to see.
I'll let you know, by the way, if you manage to get all the apples somehow within the time limit, which you'll get 5 turns essentially to get as many apples as you can. As far as he said, the only rule is that you have to use your mouth to grab it. That's the only rule there really is. But if you somehow manage to grab all 8 apples within the time limit, then you'll get an actual, item.
Ooh.
So,
Alright.
Alright.
Ublex, become Blob, open entire mouth, and eat the entire fucking...
Well, I can still move my mouth to be however size I want.
Yeah.
Dude, this
that
is like
true.
some fucking eldritch horror for some poor fucking child.
Oh my
Standing
God.
behind Ublex, who just watches this lady's head expand and just fucking consume the water and all 8 apples in about 12 seconds. Like, it is just...
Goodness gracious. Yeah, no, so you can, there is definitely a few kids in the line, and there's a few adults. There's definitely one adult that's sitting here why is there another adult doing this? Why is there another adult at a circus? They don't have a child, and then you just see another person just go right behind them can you shut the fuck up? I'm here by myself, man. Don't make me feel bad. So yeah, no,
I feel that.
So you can, unless you have some special, I guess, tell me, how do you want to bob for apples? How are you going for this bobbing? What is your plan?
Ublex is shy about doing that mouth thing in front of everybody. So Ublex is going to look around,
Okay.
then put their head underwater,
Okay.
then form their mouth very wide,
Uh-huh.
and try to get as much apples as they can, and every time they get an apple, they push it through their body inside their body.
Okay. So here's what I'll have you do then, right? So you have 5 turns to do this, and every time you do this, it's gonna be a dex save. So that's 5 dex saves you get to make, right?
It's a fucking whirlpool! to absorb the apple!
Now, I will also let you know, this is a 5-foot tall barrel of water. They normally have a stool for the small kids, or for halflings, things like that. So you can hover over it. You can use the stool if you want to go as far in as you need to. I will also let you know you are absorbing water by doing this, because you are not just dunking your body into the water, you are also actively opening your mouth to the water while grabbing apples.
Mm-hmm.
So, I'm gonna let
Luckily,
you-
apples float at the top, and so
yes.
probably won't be getting all the water.
Yeah,
Maybe about
yeah.
like a quarter, a half.
Yeah, so essentially what you'll be
Two.
doing is like on the side of rolling the deck saves, you'll just be rolling me like we're doing a quarter. Like I'm actually
That
doing a
had
quarter.
20?
So like what? You got a nat 20?
She got a nat 20. Nat 20.
Okay.
First
you know
roll
what?
is a nat 20.
Okay, no, so here's what happens then. I don't have to even explain the rest of the mechanics. So you get all 8 of the apples in your first go.
It's like a goddamn cyclone.
So you open your mouth and you just suck all 8 apples into your body and they just go dumping in. You do grab like in the process, like I'd see this is where I was gonna be like, oh well you're just gonna roll
Throw
some dice
go.
every time you do a deck save. You don't need to because it's all in one go. So you just grab like a foot of water in the process. As you just
Oh, hell yeah.
whirlpool it into your body.
I'm now 6 foot. I'm
Heck
now
yeah.
taller than Shindeo.
Yep,
6
you're
foot
not
8.
taller than Shindale.
Dude,
Oh man.
lady walks up to the pond, shorter than her significant other, comes back taller than him. The
Yeah.
children, huh?
Pretty normal in the Fey Wilds, probably.
Yeah, no, like, people aren't too surprised with this sort of thing here. Like, there's, like, probably, like, one tourist human that's here, and, like, in the line, he kind of looks over, like, what the... Like, you see him kind of, like, shocked, but everyone else is like, nah, this is not surprising. Nah, this is fair.
It
Probably
looks
the
just
Fey
like...
water.
right? It looks just, like, happy that, like, people aren't, like... They don't get that look of, like, what are you?
Yeah,
In the
yeah.
Fey Wilds. Like, actually chill.
Yeah, no, like, let's be real here, right? So, like, giving you just an understanding, in the Blue Seas where you got that stairs the most, because that is the most, like, normal people see area. Like, that's the place where, like, you barely even see magic users. Like, you don't really, like, most people there are just villagers. They're, like, running with 5 HP in a dream. So when someone walks around, they're
shit.
starting to cast magic, it's like, oh my god, oh god, get me out of here. But, you know, like, as you guys have gone further into these other areas, like the Bottomless Sea, the Fathomless Sea, you have gotten less and less stairs because you're getting closer and closer to the Fey Sea. People are a little bit more used to seeing constant magic, you know, that sort of stuff. You got near the area where there's actively corrupted slime islands, and they're like, nah, that checks. Like, you probably just came from there type of thing. By the time you're here, it's like barely anybody bats an eye.
That's so swag.
Yeah. But yeah, he would look to you and just go, alright, now, that's honestly most impressive. Good job with that. I'll give you an option of 1 to 2. Pick your number,
Oh.
and that's what you'll get.
2, I like even numbers.
Alright. With 2, you'll get this. As he would reach out into the into like a special chest and he'd pull out a glass. Now, despite there being like no lid, it acts like as if there is a lid on this drink. And you just go, you can drink this at any point in time, though it's best when fresh. As he hands you a drink known as the Wild Dude, which is an uncommon drink. Once drunk, you immediately roll on the Wild Magic effects table. It's got a little straw. That little umbrella that looks like it's a little design. Yeah, it's actually a straw. It is this like
shit.
green, yellow, red, blue, purple mixture of a liquid. Like starts off blue on the bottom, then goes purple, then it goes red, then yellow, and then at the top it turns green. And there's like little bubbles and sparkles that come off of it. But it is incapable of being spilled. You could tip it upside down, and unless you drink from the straw, none of it will ever go to waste.
So awesome.
Yeah, so you can, unless you, like, end up drinking within this session, I will, like, next session make it for you. But yeah, you have the Wild Dude.
Alex is gonna be like, thank you so much.
Of
And they're
course.
gonna drink it.
Okay. All right. Let's get out
Down the
the
hatch.
Get out
Wait,
the
wait.
hallway.
Before they drink it, they're gonna spit out the apples. Like how
Oh,
you
yeah,
spit out
yeah.
watermelon seeds. It's gonna be like.
Ah,
Put it back into the water.
Yeah,
I
you
don't
spit
know
out
if
the
you
apple.
should drink that right now.
I'm gonna drink it.
Roll me a D100. Let's see what you get.
I
Okay.
don't think that's a good idea.
67.
67. Okay, so the 67. An illusionary copy of you appears. At the start of your next turn, it runs to the nearest creature you regard as an enemy within 60 feet and it explodes. So,
Oh my God.
if there is no enemy, it runs to you. So it appears, looks at
So
you,
an illusion?
and runs to you and attempts to blow up.
It runs to me? Wait, and I thought enemies.
So it says if there is
If
no
there
enemy,
is no enemy,
it runs to you. Yeah.
So,
Wait, there's children near you. Run away.
I'm gonna run.
So you see this man look at the copy and go, oh, well that just won't do. And you see him grab the cane that he kind of had like off to the side, like he's just kind of like held and very lightly leaned on, like with his left hand. You see him whip it up and take off, like just like grab the middle of it while holding the left hand, like the handle in his left hand, like the curved bit, and basically pull. And you see it as a literal sword.
Yeah.
He stabs into it, and it blows up from a distance so nobody gets hurt.
Fox claps. He's like, wow, that's so cool. Is that part of the thing?
Of course. We always require some entertainment.
I'm very entertained. Thank you.
Of course. Glad to be of pleasure. If you ever wish to come around again, let us know, Miss Ublex.
I love the idea of this man
You know my name.
sitting there.
Of course. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. I'm not like. People don't know my name.
Oh. Maybe the normal people don't, and perhaps not the Navy. But why would I not know your name?
Just like tilts their head, and they're like, "What sense does that? I don't know. I don't. What's your name? You know my name. I can't say it. This is confusing. Does everyone in the Feywild know my name?
No, just the people in the circus, of course. We took a liking to your crew, you could say.
Oh,
That checks.
The
are you guys
Navy's-
like fans?
More of... We find your crew entertaining. We love the chaos. The name's
Yay!
Sangre Rebelle.
Bangrebel.
You can just... to make it easy for you, Song Rebelle.
Sun Rebel.
Song Rebelle. Or if you
Awesome.
want to call me by a shorter name, Song always works.
Song. I like
That's your
that.
service.
Song.
Thank you.
This is like kind of funny to me because I actually work with a guy whose name is Sing.
Really?
Like
Oh, yeah.
everyone just calls him Sing because nobody can say his first name.
You, I love that. I love that. You want to know what's funny? Is that the entire reason why I gave this guy this name was because I saw the picture and I was like, okay, I'm gonna make this character, and I was being more and more reminded of a person that actually taught me how to play drums, and he went by the name of Psalm. So Psalm, which means song, sing.
Hell yeah.
But no, he would just look at you and just go, oh, and please do enjoy the rest of the circus. I hope you have a grand time. I heard in the main tent right now, people are performing, and eventually I'll be performing in there as well.
Ooh, I can't wait to see it. Okay. I'll see you
Appreciate
around
it.
then, Song.
Of
Good.
course. I'll see you around, Miss Ublex
I wave
and
goodbye.
Mr. Shendale. See Shen give that the most dirty fucking look from the corner of his eye.
Diabolical side eye.
My name.
Yeah.
And Rex is like holding Shin's hand, swinging it around, but like they're taller than him. It's so funny.
Yeah, I want to mention, you do, like, as far as you know, his grip on you is light as a feather. But, like,
Oh.
I know you can't see it, because you probably wouldn't be looking for it. But just so y'all player can get to know this, his other hand is definitely reaching for the dagger.
Oh, it looks like, wow, these people seem to have good intentions.
Yeah, great intentions. I'm gonna make sure it stays that way.
As he reaches for the
joyous.
adamantine dagger.
Quite joyous.
Oh yeah, quite
Oh.
indeed. And you would hear Sangravel once again going back to talking to the next person with just again that same just posh, welcome type of mood. But yeah, what was that perception check from you, Loki? As you
28.
began wandering. Okay, with that 28, you can definitely find someone that seems interesting to you at the very least. They do seem to be making their way to the main tent. Not like as in a hurry, but more of like she probably is prepping to get onto her side of the show type of thing, but she's making her way to the main tent, the big tent. I actually have a picture for her. You would see this jester lady, and I'm getting the picture of it OBS as well right now.
What
As
the
you would see this like jester lady with this like crying makeup like going down her eyes, kind of like a blackish makeup, black, kind of messy, shaggy, like almost untaken care of hair, very slick, very
That's
oily.
cursed.
One eye is a bright blue, almost white, and the other is a almost pure black, but it has like a little bit of a red directly in the middle of the eye. She has this very, very pale, almost bloodless body, like color. She is like fairly skinny. But you know, like a little well endowed in some areas, some would say. Besides that, she has these like tattoos that are painted crimson rather than the typical black for tattoos. They kind of go like on her shoulder, down her arm, a little bit on the chest, like that sort of area. She does have like kind of like the very like long. Think of like the Joker makeup for the lip area. It's kind of like that, just not as crusty looking. She does
It
have
looks blood red.
yeah, it's like that blood red too. Thank you. She also has that very
the
like
entirety of it is just blood red.
She also has this like jester hat that is kind of like this, you know, like red and white, you know, like, you know, diamond patterned like hat with the bells being a crimson red. And then she wears this dress that basically covers the like, you know, the main chest and down, but you definitely see like the top half and the shoulders and beginning of the arms are basically fully exposed. But it's just like black and red type of dress. It's one of those ones where like, you know, like I don't really know if this is a good description, but you know, like how some clowns will have those like, or actually no, jesters do have like the dresses. It actually is kind of more like a jester dress, if you know what I'm talking about. It's kind of like it starts off tight like near the chest area and kind of goes like kind of hugs with the like the corset, but then when it comes out near like the hip, it kind of like frills out, kind of like poofy like. It's kind of like that. Is the best way to put it. Yeah, and then she has like the sleeves that kind of connect to it. Basically, the sleeves that kind of connect to the back area of it, but doesn't go over the shoulders. And then she has like a dark red, like laced choker that kind of goes around her neck, and essentially high heels, red, like again crimson red high heels. As you would see that lady kind of making her way to the tent.
Yeah. As Lucky would try to catch her attention. If he misses it, then shit.
What do you do to try and catch her attention?
Lucky, what do you do here? Oh god. He would just I don't know. I'm blanking as a person.
That's fair.
Like, I'm not even
Um,
joking. My brain just went fully blank.
I mean, you're trying to get someone's
Call
attention.
out to her.
Yeah, you could call out, you could wave.
Yeah, fuck it up.
Excuse me, miss.
Yeah, that.
I, yeah, you can just call out to her, just excuse me, miss, and she'll just essentially just kind of look over. She kind of just like snap her neck essentially.
The most violent head twist.
she would catch an eye and then just kind of give a bow and just go, "Hello, can I help you?"
I was hoping, I was wondering if you would know of anything about freak accidents with demigorgons happening here.
You would see as that little smile she has would kind of fade a little bit. And she would go, "I know of it. You're the one." Right. If you meet up in the circus later tonight, we could talk about that. I don't have a lot of time before the show, and that's a long story.
Then I'll wait.
Of course. We don't have a show later in the night, so you can come by the main tent then. And if you wish to see a
Understood.
show, you can head by there now. I'm one of the trampees.
Alright.
But
He'll give her a nod.
Alright. She would kind of essentially go right back to what she was doing, basically just snap her neck back and start making her way back over to the tent.
Hell yeah.
But you do have your answer. She, smile dropped. She turned around. She immediately put that smile back on.
Yeah, it checks.
Yeah.
Okay, well,
I wonder if perhaps we shouldn't go back to the boat. It seems like people might recognize you. And that might be a bit... How do I phrase this?
I'm gonna get recognized regardless. My bounty is high enough where there's enough people going to be looking for me.
She seems to know more than that, though.
The crew might, but they don't seem to have something against me.
Well, whatever you decide.
We'll
I'm
just
here
idle.
for your support.
I'll just idle around for now. He would look at the other crew members and he would just basically say, "Y'all want to do something till later in the night? That's up to you. I'm gonna idle around here and just try to have some fun. It is a circus at the end of the day."
Care to see the show?
Don't miss the show. Oh. Nah, fuck it. We'll see. I'll see the show.
Alright. Lavana would kind of look at you and just go, "Well, if you excuse me, I'm going to take Leo here with me." And you just kind of look at her and just go, "I would rather not, with all due respect. I don't think you have much of a choice." Oh, fucking god.
No, she's
I'll
not
see
gonna
you.
eat you. Yet.
Yet. Right.
Fucking Leo's and fuck you mean yet getting dragged away.
Yeah. She's like, "Well, I need some knight to protect me. It's just me, just a little of me. What would I do? I'm defenseless." "You are not defenseless."
I love the fact Leo is just being forced to go with Lavana. And Leo's just like, why?
It's the witch and the wizard. Like, it's the guy who would be against witchcraft having to travel with the witchcraft person.
It's fine.
Oh, man. That's fine. But yeah, you guys want to go see the show?
Sure.
Alright.
Jinx.
Cool. Y'all can head off to go see the show. While you guys start heading off to go to the show, Ublex, please do let me know what your next minigame you want to do is while I start describing this stuff. Just you figure it out by then. You got this, I believe in you. So you would see as you start heading into the main circus tent, you can hear this resounding voice kind of going through it. As you can see, and I'm gonna grab another picture because we got picture galore up in here. You can...
Fucking important ass people.
Yes, yes. As you can see the announcer, because typically circuses still have a person kind of often, acting as like the showman, essentially. You can see the showman speaking on stage currently. As you would see this man with this like, he has a split hair that goes like halfway down the middle where like, half of it is black, the left side is black, and the right side is, red. And again, it's that similar crimson red. His right eye is a mixture of purple, white, and yellow, and the left eye is pure red, for the pupil. He has, again, similar jester, makeup, similar to the other person you just met a second ago. However, his makes basically triangles above and underneath the eyelids, and then just a way longer line of lipstick, way more closer to the Joker's lipstick, essentially, with like basically pale white makeup on his face. And he had a little clown nose that he's put on. He has like earring on like both ears, one on each side. He has white fancy gloves, like a dark blue tailored suit with a red bow tie attached to a kind of like, not a dark red, but kind of like a medium gray, like, dress shirt, essentially. You do not see an undershirt if he is wearing one. And he's fairly decent in height, like probably around like 5'8". As you can hear him just kind of making announcements.
His pupil looks like it's on fire.
Don't worry about it. You can hear him going, come on, we're heading into the next show, the next area of the show, that is. I'm glad you all enjoyed the taming of Halivins. After all, it's a grand sight to see. But now we have our next people, our next performance to be shown, truly a tale to be seen. We have Jellyfly, once again acting as a trapeze above the ropes. She will once again be doing her tight roping act while balancing a bunch of stuff, from plates to cups to weighted swords. She'll do it all. Watch her and have some suspense. As you would see the same lady you were talking to before, beginning to do the tightrope. It's about 30 feet up. And there is nothing, absolutely nothing, to brace her fall if she were to fall. And yet, she is holding in her hands plates, swords, and cups. In both hands, as she would tightrope. Slowly but surely, with a smile. And I'm gonna be honest, halfway into it, you would see as she would begin to teeter. And then she'd catch herself and continue going. She would even go as far with her performance as to go backwards, essentially walking back midway on the rope, throwing the plates and the swords up into the air, doing a handstand, catching with her feet, throwing it back up into the air, re-catching it again with her hands, and continuing the rest of the way down the rope. As you would hear applause go throughout the circus.
Yup.
And then you would see...
Fuck chicks.
Yep. As you would see her, like, basically get onto the, like, high platformed area. As you'd see them dim the lights. And you would see, as you would just go, but Jeffla isn't the only trapeze that we have. Nor is she the only one that can truly show a form of acrobatics. Give it all a good clap of hands for Zoliana. As... I'm going to type out the name so you actually know that one. As you would see one more jester show up on the other side, on another high platform area. And it's this like blonde-haired lady, again that similar split hair where the right side is blonde and the left side is blue, wearing kind of that same jester hat. And it has like, one of those like dangly bits of the jester hat essentially on each side, so one on each side. The left side where the blue hair is at is blue, and the right side being kind of this like neon fuchsia pink essentially. She has blue makeup around the, around the right eye, and red makeup on the left eye, with kind of a lighter sense of that lipstick makeup from before, and kind of like, again, that similar red. She's wearing a blue and pink kind of like mix mash, kind of like jester outfit. Hers, it shows off a lot more of her figure, unlike the other ones, because hers is a little bit more tight to the build. But it has that like puffy sleeves, where like the beginning of the sleeves puff out, kind of like a ball, and then go back in, kind of like basically suction to like the middle area, like the elbows of the arms, and then puff out again, and then suction back up around the wrists, essentially, with these like pink gloves, but the sleeves being kind of a blue. And yeah, again, the pants having a very similar pattern going on there. As you would see the two of them, you know how, I don't know if you've ever seen trapeze, but they'll have these ropes with these bars that they swing from one side to the other with. You would see as they would both grab onto the hanging bars and begin to swing towards each other. And Zoyana would have swords with her in her hand, and like basically clasping them, like one in her mouth and one underneath her, like between her 2 feet, and the other jester doing the same as well. As the two of them would throw themselves towards each other to grab onto the other bars, throwing the swords into the air and catching them right as they grab the bar. And they would do that probably several different times, cutting it close to colliding into each other, cutting it close to accidentally possibly skewering each other with the swords, yet they never seem to. As the trapeze act would end. And I'm gonna be honest, from there, those are definitely the more like eye-catching ones. You'd missed one of the other ones already. But that's like the main eye-catching one that you would see. Besides that, a lot of the other ones tend to be more like someone would come up and play like a card of hands. They do, it's kind of the more like clown-ish, less risky type of, circus-based performances. From taking people from the stands and doing jokes around them, or bringing unicycles, having the clown cars, that sort of stuff. So it's kind of a mix-mash. But the ones that were definitely flashy was definitely the trapeze. But that is the show you get to watch. That goes for about I'd say an hour, honestly. Those shows can go for a while,
yeah.
so.
Oh yeah.
Heck yeah. But yeah, heading over to Oblak. What is the mini game?
Yeah.
What you got?
I'm up on that ring toss.
You doing the ring toss? Heck yeah.
Yeah.
Heck yeah. So you go for the ring toss. Standing at the ring toss is a ma'am. A little bit
man.
of a ma'am. So you would say, I'm getting this up. I apologize. A lot of images today, but we got a lot of peeps today.
Yeah, ma'am.
You see a jester ma'am. As you see this ma'am, she has this red and blue jester hat. She has a mask that almost looks like as if it's been engraved into her skin, almost like as if it's been stitched onto her face, essentially. Because she has this, kind of light skin, but it's just not pale. But this mask is pure white. With some, red paint kind of going across it. Kind of crimson, weirdly enough. You can see this, ginger hair, this short but curly, kind of stopping near the chin in height. She has this red and white, pattern striped, jester outfit. That it's not, loose, but it's not really tight. It's kind of the in-between area. A little bit of a parabody, but nothing too crazy. She has once again those puffy beginning of the sleeves, and then unlike the others where it puffed back out later on, it just basically once that puff connects onto the thing, the rest of the sleeve is basically hugging her arms. Bless you. But starts off with that red and white kind of peppermint design for the puffy bit, and then after that it goes to this blue and red, and then it has these white puffy collars on the wrist area, and also the white puffy collar around the neck as well. But yeah, as you would see, one more jester. She would literally just go, would you like to do a coin toss?
Yes! Please!
Of course, of course. Always happy to have Miss Ublex coming around. Go ahead.
That's my name. This is so joyous.
Oh, of course.
is
We
about
take
to share.
great pleasure in our visitors.
I love to be your pleasure.
You see Jin put a hand on you, like on your shoulder, and he looks at you and just goes, "Please think about your wording. You are in the Fey."
Thank you.
He would look up.
Thank you.
Phrasing, bitch.
He would look.
Voice is like,
Amazing.
no.
He would
It
look
nods.
the jester in the face and just go, "And don't you take that out of context, or we'll have a problem."
I'm 5 months years old.
I'm 5 months years old.
He looks at you and just goes, "That's how long you've been what you are. You are not that old. You are older than that. Do not make me look bad. Please."
I was like a 35-year-old man.
Yeah.
Your voice doesn't know how to shut up.
He's looking there, he's like, "Giving too much information to the Fae. Calm down on it."
Okay.
Right. Yeah, she will hand you 3 rings that you can toss. So they're little prongs, up on this, like, tilted, angled, like, you know, like, little, like, area where the hair's like little prongs coming out of this board, essentially, that's tilted. So you can try and throw one of these rings, and if it hooks on to the prong, you get a prize. Pretty simple.
Ooh.
Heck yeah. So, what you waiting for? What you'll do is you will technically just roll me... You can roll me either an acrobatics or an athletics.
Okay. Wait, I have an advantage in both.
It's really just
Okay,
based on-
Everyone, which one's got the higher modifier?
Remember,
both have
you
the same.
you gained, what was it? You gained 2 feet of water?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gained 2 feet. No, you only gained a foot of water. I don't know if I need to update your
A
water sheet.
foot.
You have more benefits since
Let's
you got a higher level.
see.
With a foot of water, I don't know if you get anything yet from that. Do you?
No.
No, you need at least 4 feet, and that would only give you a con buff.
Yeah. And give me -1 to Dex, which I don't need right now.
Yeah, you don't need that right now. You don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. With advantage.
With advantage.
16!
16. Okay. So that first ring that you throw, you would get it. That is the DC. So like you almost miss it, and you basically bump the you see the ring bump onto the prong, and then it barely hooks on. Like it looked like as it was gonna
Holy
fall off, and
shit.
it doesn't. As you will get the first prize, as you will get a thing called Fey Honey,
Ooh!
which is
Oh my
this.
gosh.
So, when you consume this honey, your Christmas score changes to 21 for 1 hour. The honey has no effect on you if your Christmas is equal to or greater than 21. When the effect ends, you must succeed a DC 10 a Constitution saving throw on a failed save. Roll the Wild Magic Surge table as a burst of Fey energy will erupt from you. Creatures with Fey type automatically succeed on the saving throw. So, if you were a Fey, you wouldn't have to even roll the save. But, you know, you're an aberration.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm a creature. I'm a certified
Exactly.
creature.
Certified creature. Heck yeah, we love to see it. You got 2 more throws though.
Ooh, yes.
Let's see what you get. See if you get anything. What you get?
Not 20.
Nat 20. This next one that you throw, it flawlessly leaves your hand and glides like a frisbee and perfectly lands onto the prong. As you nail it without a problem. So, oh my goodness. You get another funny one. You get the potion of lucky goldfish. It has this like pink liquid in it. And it's kind of like a pyramid-shaped potion bottle, and it has a little goldfish swimming in it.
Ooh.
You will need to consume goldfish to get the effects. So just keep that in mind.
Right.
So you roll 1d20 when you drink it. 1 to 10, you get the curse of the goldfish. You are now affected by the confusion spell. You've made DC 14 wisdom saving throw, or once per round, greater restoration or remove curse can cure you from the confusion. So you can, every round you can continue to try and get out of the confusion, but until then you're stuck in the confusion spell. 11 to 18, you gain a d12 of inspiration dice that you can use. 19 to 20, you gain 3 luck points that you can use to affect and change any rolls after 24 hours of the luck potion. So you'd have to use it within 24 hours, these effects, but you could get 3 luck points that you could use at any point in time to change those rolls of yours. You don't have the lucky feat, so that could be useful. Or there's a d12 inspiration, or you could get lucky, get Curse of the Goldfish.
Oh, okay.
So, again,
Cool.
a lot of the stuff is very, you never know what you're gonna get.
This is so cool.
And you can throw one last time.
Last throw.
Last throw.
Okay, 20.
20.
Damn, I'm hard rolling
I-
today. What the
Yeah,
fuck?
you're doing great. As she would hand you a pixie potion, which is a little, very small potion with little fairy wings that have been, made and put onto it. You can see what it does. After drinking the potion, you immediately manifest a pair of iridescent dragonfly wings, and you will gain the following effect that lasts for 5 minutes. You can gain a fly speed of 40 feet, and you get fairy dust, in which while flying, you may spend a bonus action to shower a 10-foot carton of fairy dust along your path. All creatures caught in this fairy dust must roll. I'm going to make that a higher DC. We're just going to say DC 14, but a dex save of 14 on a failure. They are under the effects of fairy fire for 3 rounds. On a success, they are immune to further attempts. So you could just blind a person. I'm pretty sure this is fairy fire does, if I remember right. Or as an action, you can turn invisible.
No, Fairy Fire gives an outline of any enemy that fails, or any
Right.
person in general.
Right, no,
Yeah.
you're right, yeah.
It makes it so someone can't benefit from the invisibility condition.
So if you want to be petty, you
And
want to screw over
cool.
Usagi,
They
that's an
Or
can't
the
option.
stealth.
cloaking condition, probably.
Yeah, Usagi would fall into that category.
It basically makes it so you cannot be stealthy in any way whatsoever. It's the Rogue's Bane.
Yep.
Oh, that's cool.
Good way
Or
to deal
someone
with
who's
the
just trying to mind their own business in the dark. It's the fucking ranger casts fairy fire because they don't know the person's in there.
rogue. Yep. Oh, man. But yeah, you get those 3 potions.
Ooh, I like that.
Oh,
That's so
man.
cool.
Oh, mention, she grabs every single one of these just through nothingness. She just reaches into the air and she just pulls them out.
Oh shit.
And she would just go, well, you have a good day, Miss Uplex.
Oh, I had fun. Thank you so much.
Of course, of course. Thank you for coming to my circus.
That's Fey. Got it.
Yep, that's Faye.
That's the one fucking lady I actually know the name of.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, to be honest, the rest of the day you can spend just kind of walking around doing kind of just random things, doing mini games, watching some shows. You can see people make balloon animals, stuff like that. The normal stuff. But
Oh,
if there is
yeah.
anything else, you guys can skip to the night if you wish.
I'll do the strength one, why not?
Okay, cool. Yeah, you can go to the strength one. You would see that funny enough, the person running it is Selava. So Selava, the red-haired jester, would look to you and just go, good to see you again. Grand to see you even.
Oh. So this is your station, understood.
Of course, that is when I'm not performing. We all have separate stations when we're not performing. Then we just rush over to the tent when it's our time.
That would make sense.
Indeed.
Well,
Well, do you wish to
Alright.
take a go?
why not?
Grand. And he would hand you the hammer. You can roll me an athletics check.
Whoa.
Okay. That is a. All right. I guess we're rolling high for shit today.
Heck yeah, we'd love to see that.
I got a 27.
Nice. Yeah, no, you cleared the DC. The DC was 22, so yeah, no. Yeah, no, you hit it, and you see this thing go skyrocketing upwards and hits the bell, as it just lets out a resounding ding.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, and as the bell hits the ding, you see 3 cuckoo birds pop out of the tent wall behind him and just start doing the little cuckoo cuckoo type of thing, and then they pop right back into the wall. So he'd look at you and just go, "Good job. You've gotten a bit stronger since last I saw you. It's good to see."
A little bit.
Let's see. For hitting that, you want a potion?
Sure.
Alright. 1 to 4.
One. Why not?
1. Alright. Interesting. As he would hand you a thing called the trap potion. It has a little, it looks like a normal potion bottle, but then it has a little keyhole on it. With little, floating green chains that kind of cycle around it. Very small chains, but they're chains nonetheless. They kind of cycle around it. Kind of like making an X, essentially, across it. I will, real quick, send this on over. So, the trap potion, after any being that drinks the potion will have their soul trapped inside the bottle for all eternity, or until someone opens the bottle. Got all the Fey!
Loki looks at that and he gets this fucking grin that is very much of not good alignment. As he's going to pocket that, and he's going to save that for a while.
That's fair. That's fair. Dude, I want to mention, there was a lot of potion options. That was probably, one of the most dangerous ones there, so...
Of course Loki gets that. I rolled a d4.
Yeah.
You said 1 to 4. I rolled a d4.
Gosh. Oh, man. Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, you get that. You look over, you look around. You can see that Leo is, following behind Lavana, kind of far off to, a different mini game.
Yeah.
She's, leading him by, holding his wrist and just dragging him, essentially. Come on, come on.
Dude, I'm just fully picturing, I don't know, just a child dragging a plushie. That's what my brain has gone to.
It's kind of more because again, with her background, it's kind of more like when a dancer, goes up and leads a person to a room. She's just bringing him around the circus like that the entire time.
Yeah.
Because it is a very Lavana thing to do. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Oh, no. Just the shutdown of God damn it.
Yeah. Yeah. You can see, a very, very small smirk, but still that very defiant look of, God damn it, why? So at least you know he's not miserable.
That's good. That's the important part.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ivana, you can't be torturing people. At least not if they don't deserve it.
Not your one other researcher.
No, torture fucking non-crew members. I don't give a fuck about them.
Oh,
Why
man.
would you encourage that?
I did that to myself. She didn't hear that.
Dude, you see her look over to you as if she'd heard something, and then she just keeps walking.
Fucking no, you did not.
She looks to Loki, then she looks to the camera, and then she keeps walking.
Nah, you shut the fuck up.
Oh man.
Ah, yes, fourth wall breaks.
We love to see it.
Hi, Lavada.
Hi. Oh man. Yeah. So you guys can continue doing anything. Unless there's any other mini games you guys have last second that you guys want to do, we will get to nighttime.
I would like
Heroes
to
just
enjoy.
existing.
Okay. You want to enjoy?
I'm going to enjoy carnival food.
Carnival food, heck yeah. You've got like cotton candy, you've got like, I actually haven't been to a carnival nature, so I actually have to remember what type of stuff they serve. I know they do hot dogs sometimes, but I mean, I don't know if you want to do hot dogs, you're gonna mess up your... Actually, you don't have organs, you have to worry about the digestive problems that come from hot dogs. They're insanely bad for you, for a lot of reasons. I'll stay away from those things.
Give it Ublex a hot dog, they're eating it whole.
Yeah.
So they can do that.
Yeah.
Down the hatch.
Yeah, no, you just grab it. You just don't even chew. You just swallow it. Yeah, sure.
The flavors are bursting in my mouth.
Dude, you see shit, look at you, and just go, that's not the... You don't have teeth, right? Yeah, no, you don't have teeth.
You should know I don't have teeth.
Yeah, no, that's on me. That's on me. You're right.
From experience.
Yeah. No, there's all sorts of stuff that you'd be able to get. You could get from things like carnival pretzels. By the way, those things are the bomb.
Pretzels.
I remember going to carnivals in the past as a kid and getting those really big, fluffy carnival pretzels, and they give you like the little cheese dip that they make with it, and then you dunk it in there. I remember there was one carnival I went to way back where they had the soft pretzels. Rather than having a dip, they quite literally, you know, the normal cheese, like the cheese dip that they'll do for those things sometimes. They did that, but they basically filled the pretzel with it. So it was like a, it was really good. I remember it being really good.
That sounds amazing.
Yeah, it is. I've never found a place that ever did it like that again. I've only had that one time before, because I've never seen carnivals ever do that, ever since that one place. And not any big place either. Like, I thought maybe Dollywood would have. I've been to Dollywood like once or twice with my family.
You've been to Dollywood?
Yeah.
Sorry, my mic. You've been to Dollywood?
Yeah, cause I've been there once. I
Tell me.
No, wait, I might have been there twice. I just don't remember. No, I have
Tell
been
me
there
how
twice.
it is.
It's
I want to go there.
I haven't been there since I was 9, so take it with a grain of salt. But I did have a blast going there when I was a kid.
I want to go to Dollywood.
There were some really cool performances there. There were some really cool things. I remember going to like Myrtle Beach as well at one point when I was a kid. And like I remember going to like the Dolly Stampede. That's another thing. That's really fun. There was like a night. There's like a night's jesting thing near Myrtle Beach. The Myrtle Beach is in South Carolina.
What?
And they have like this big night thing where you can eat similar to Dollywood. They have this massive performance with knights clashing. There's this whole storyline. It's really cool. It's really cool. There's all sorts of stuff that you can see, but Dollywood is really chill. It's like a mini like Disney World. But yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff. Tennessee's also just massive. If you've ever gone to Pigeon Forge, you'll see what I mean. Go check that place out if you can. Those expensive.
Tennessee.
Make sure you have like vacation money ready to go for a place like that. But like Tennessee Pigeon Forge is covered in big cool places to go to. So, all right.
Ooh.
Yeah. That's the thing you learn when you're a military brat. You go to a lot of places, so. Alright. So. Sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, you can get your carnival food. I'm gonna be honest, you don't have to pay any money for it because, I'm gonna be honest, Shin would probably pay the entire time. He would not let you pay.
Looks like sharing food with Shineo.
Yeah, you would see if there's anything overly fatty, he like, refuses to grab anything like that. So, like,
It looks to do the thing where they get like a drink and 2 straws.
oh yeah, definitely.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, y'all can do that. He'd probably split a pretzel with you. He is an
Type
elf.
shit.
Elves don't eat much, so like he would like split a pretzel with you, and maybe he'd do like. Have you ever had those things from carnivals where they'll grab a banana, right, and they'll put it on a popsicle stick, and then they'll dip it, and this like chocolate like fudge covering like layer, like basically hot fudge, and then they'll freeze it.
Yeah.
And they'll put
It's
sprinkles
good.
on it. Yeah. He'd get one of those and he'd share one of those with you. But like that's all he eats. Like he's not big on eating stuff because you know, elf, also a monk, so he's typically known to show restraint to that sort of stuff. But yeah, no, he'll get you as much food as you want. So weirdly enough,
I'm
Ublex
supposed to
doesn't-
try so much.
Heck yeah. I mean, Ublex really enough doesn't have to worry about like how that would affect them because they don't have to worry about digesting nutrients because it just melts afterwards in their body because acid. So They don't have to worry.
Some things are a little concerning if it's floating around in their body still.
Yeah. Luckily,
It's like Shy's American food.
dude, yeah, no, like you definitely like you bite into most things and it's like just like melts away instantly. Like you get like a hot dog.
Oh my god.
Like for the next hour, those hot dogs just like, cause you did say you ate one, so that hot dog for like the next hour is just sitting there before it finally dissolves.
That is concerning.
Like you see elf, like the elf. God, he has a name. When you see Shin look at you and just go,
The elf.
"What?" He like squints and just goes, "Let's avoid that. Let's never touch that."
Fey hot dog. Fey hot dog.
It was like, I want you to understand. I don't know if you know this. That's not made of animal. I don't know what that is, cause that should not sit like that.
Fey magic.
I don't
Tastes
think
more
that's-
delicious.
Yeah. It's good food.
Concerned.
Yeah, y'all can do that. You can definitely get like a snow cone probably too. I know that's like another common
hell
carnival food. Yeah. Carola, I know you said you were just kind of being passive, you're just kind of here type of thing. You don't do any mini games, you're just kind of watching type of thing is my guess, my understanding.
Yeah, just watching.
Okay, that's fair.
I'm here for moral support.
Here for
Ublex
more
meeting up
support.
with Kirilla.
Yeah, that's fair.
I met so many nice people.
Yeah.
That concerns me, Ublex.
What?
She says that, Shin's like slightly behind her, and you see him look to you, Lingerie, and give you that slow nod of like, no, that slow like shaking head of like, I don't trust that. Like that, just that look.
Glad at least somebody agrees with me.
Ublex is a little taller.
She met a
Also,
man.
did you run into water or something?
Yeah, I had apples. Oh no, I didn't eat the apples, but like, I
went
grabbed
water
the
bobbing.
apples with my mouth. Yeah,
Yeah.
some of it went inside of me. I can't really squeeze that out like the apples.
Yeah.
Ublex, you need to work on phrasing.
What?
I don't know how this phrasing's bad specifically, but I'm gonna keep your word for that.
Yeah. Ublex nods. Okay. I
Yeah.
I work on it. Just tell me when I said something that's weird.
She actively said it was her pleasure to be a pleasure to one of the
Covering
Fae.
their face.
Ublex.
What am I supposed to say to that?
Thank
That's
you.
how you get your soul taken by the Fae.
Oh, I
It's
think my
fine.
soul's already somewhere else. I don't know where it is.
It's probably with your patron, but they might try and fight her for that if they really want it.
I would want my soul.
Yeah,
They're
it's the
Fae. If they have
Yeah.
your soul, they can control you.
They could also just remove your identity, which would mean that none of us would remember you.
Oh.
Exactly, you would cease
I
to
want Shindeo to
exist
forgive
to
me.
all of us.
Oh, no, I don't want that.
So I did
Okay.
the responsible thing and I threatened the person that said that. Just to make sure they don't try to step out of line.
Thank you.
That. Alright.
Is that the responsible thing?
We're either all gonna die or we're absolutely fine.
They seemed
Fine,
fine,
we're
but I can't
fine.
tell.
They're nice, we're fine.
By the way, I found out later on, as we were leaving from that person, that was the warlord, or past warlord. Yeah.
Oh.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
That's the.
You said that to the warlord.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't they appreciate?
She didn't
Aw.
seem mad. I apologize. But I did not know.
Oh, this is fine.
You did bring a
I
monk
am
of
pure
death
heart.
to a circus?
Yeah.
Shirla just turns to Miko and just buries her face in his fur, just like.
Ublex pats her back. We're good.
Are we?
Yeah.
We met two interesting people. There was her, and then there was a man by the name of Sangrabel. I could not get a read on him.
Sounds
Good
about right.
intentions.
I do
What?
not believe that for a second.
Why do
I-
I get? It's just yeah.
I would hope, but I cannot say. What about you? Any leads?
Sort of. The person we found didn't have much time to talk. She was going into a show, so. We've been informed to come back later on tonight when she doesn't have a show.
Understood.
I hate to say it, but a lot more people seem to be recognizing Loki from the previous time he was here than I'd like.
Oh,
It's-
it's my bounty.
Well, it's odd
He
because they've known...
specifically
Apologies, go ahead.
he specifically stated you'd gotten stronger than the last time you were here. That reads to me as he recognized you.
Yeah, I missed that part.
Oh, he says that?
Now, I will say this. When we were walking around, they kept recognizing Ublex. And Fey recognized me.
Dad, he said my name. That was awesome. You know, it's nice people
Yeah.
calling me by my name for once. Instead of, oh, it's the
Yeah.
slime thing, the blue
Yes.
slime thing. What the fuck is that? Yeah.
You've been oppressed too much. You've been treated not okay. That should not be your first go-to.
I feel as though I'm the only one who's actually in any way safe here, as nobody knows my real name.
Let's hope.
Yeah, but also, to be fair, you, me, and Ublex altogether have a bounty all total of over 800,000. Thus, with 3 people, that would be good to know the names of and recognize them.
Yeah.
Just saying, the bounty thing is a genuine reason to know people's names.
Yeah. As y'all start wrapping up that bit of conversation, Lavana and Leo will walk up. Lavana has like a hat in her hand. She will walk up and place a top hat on D'Amico.
That is quite possibly the cutest thing I've ever seen. Where did you get this?
Oh, I got over from
Really?
that stand over there. They're doing some rings. I decided to... Well, let's be honest. I didn't feel like doing it. When they told me I wasn't allowed to use magic to throw the rings, so I had Leo do it. You see
Oh,
here.
I thank you for the top hat for Miko. It's absolutely adorable.
Oh,
I
of
hope
course.
that
It was
top
hard
hat
work.
does something.
Oh, yes, it does. It's a top hat of vermin.
Yes, he can summon rats.
The
I
Oh, rat
honestly-
man.
In my head, it's just Miko is wearing the hat,
Yeah.
and he just puffs out his chest a little bit like, I'm amazing.
Heck yeah. She would then kind of like reach down a little bit and just go, alright, Miko, let's just see here. Alright, just stay still. And she would tie a little bow tie collar onto him. Just go, I got this one from the other mini game. I watched Ublex go for it and I wanted it. But I didn't want to do it, so I had Leo do it. You look at him, you're now realizing his hair is drenched. And his the upper half of his body is just drenched in water.
Kirla
my.
just waves her hand to pull the water off of his body.
Appreciated.
I love the fact she's like, I want to do a game, but I made Leo do it.
Yep.
I
But I'm
don't
being
really
Leo.
want to do it, but I want to do it. But they won't let me use magic, so I made Leo do it.
Yeah, essentially. You just go, yes, I got
They
this little
said
bow
you
tie."
can't cheat.
You can't see, you stupid. You just go, right, there's one last thing. And she gets like a little like, vest out that she'd hand you. You just go, it's a little suit, like, vest that you can put on him if you want. I got it from the hammer thing, but you see, they told me I wasn't allowed to use magic to try and hit it to the bell. So I made Leo do it.
Kirla just looks at Miko with this expression of, I am never getting this on him. He is going to bite me before I do.
Yeah. That's why she handed it to you.
I feel like Miko is like, the hat, I'm fine. The bow tie, that's funny. You touch me with that, I'm sending it. And
The hat, I'm fine. The bow tie, I'm a dapper gentleman. Bow to me, bitch. The jacket, fuck no.
Oh, God. Yeah. He would just, you see Leo just looked and go, right, well, within all of the games that I had to do for her, I made her do one for me. I think that's fair.
Uh-huh.
After taking 10 minutes of convincing, and you begged, I did not. Listen, here you go.
What is his passive deception?
Let me check. His passive deception is a 13.
Is he lying?
Partially.
You totally begged.
More of I looked to her and tried to make my case for 10 minutes. It feels like begging even though I was genuinely just making a logical discussion.
Did you try to make a deal
Argument.
with her?
No,
Beggar.
I would never make a deal with a witch. Why not? Because you will hook me up, and you will sell my soul to your god, and I don't want that.
I see nothing wrong with this.
You see him look to you and just go, all due respect. I am happy not following the god, and I don't plan to do so anytime soon. I am a human, I am going to die soon, and if I am to die, I'd rather not have the normal god, some random god take my soul. I'd rather be brought back to Koskin and let him judge me from there, personally.
Koski.
Aww, but the gods we follow are so much fun.
Your gods have changed you into mix mashers, and one of them has sent you onto a goose hunt. And the other one teleported you onto a ship simply because they told you it's for your protection, which that bit's fair. I heard that from Levana.
It was either I get teleported onto the ship or I get hunted down on Osmus.
I mean, yeah, no, Kikis isn't...
I think I'll take Kikis teleporting me onto the ship.
I mean, yeah, no, Kikis is fine mainly until she starts causing world-ending possible events like blocking the moon and blocking the sun.
Okay, there's no defending that.
She's not gonna do that yet.
I know it
There's
won't
too
be.
much fun!
I know it won't be yet, because it happens by accident, and she seems to be doing this almost every few months now at this point. I don't hold it against her, I'm more just worried about the tides eventually going so out of whack that it'll kill people sailing, which could be us.
It's fine. I'm sure it's fine.
There's also always following the goddess of blood.
Why did
Exactly,
you
and this is
mention-
not that bad.
Mix mash. I'm happy being a human. Thank you.
I miss being a human.
Kirla just sticks her tongue out, and the two little forks just go in opposite directions, just
Fucking Yanti.
Oh man, I want to mention, Shen will look, he would, actually no, Leo would look at you and just go, do you actually want to go back to being a human?
stings. I like being a slime, but some things are confusing.
Iblex,
I mean,
that's how all of life is.
well, I know this is just information I've been hearing while I've been going through the circus. Apparently in the Crux Dynasty, a man that's there should actually probably be able to help you with that. There's a man known as the Hell's Clerk. He will be there, from my understanding. He set up shop there temporarily.
Oh, I need to see him.
Oh, yeah,
I
I thought he'd be in
need
the
to
Hell
see-
on Chain Islands.
He teleports around constantly. It's part of his deal that he made to keep from becoming a god. Well, more than just a god, to be frank. He's a quote-unquote mortal. That's with abbreviations. In exchange, he's not allowed to do any form of combat unless he is actively attacked, because, to be quite frank, he could level an entire island with a snap of his finger. He has
Sounds about right.
the strength of maybe an elder god or an eldritch god, one of the two. I'd rather not find out. But he could probably...
Sounds like an interesting person.
Yeah, he's interesting. I've talked with him once before. I mean, he's a good man, I'll give him that.
I wonder if he knows Vilva.
Oh, most definitely. He's talked about her. That's how I knew about her before she showed up on the ship. Or before I got onto this ship and met with you and you thought he was asking about Vilva to begin with. So he does know about her, yes.
That would make sense.
Oh,
But yeah, you'll find out that you can actually, you can get that. You can go to the next island, aka Crux Dynasty, to be able to find him, hopefully, so.
thank goodness.
I do state, if you do become human, spine problems will suddenly exist.
This is truth. Because remember, the thing that's been keeping you from having that problem, and you have the max form, because the curse, unless you start following either Vilva, the Witch of Lust, or a Goddess of Lust, you're just gonna have to deal with the back problems from that.
Well, if that's the case, then just like unattune that shit. Wait, can you?
You can't. That shit's permanent.
Yeah, no, you're not understanding that.
Oh, that's evil.
Yeah, I did let you know before you equip that thing.
Oh, yeah, I do remember that.
Yeah.
It is kind of used to convince people to follow
Yeah. It's
lost
kind of
goddesses.
Yeah, because see, originally it was made in the fact of, there's obviously just natural, good-hearted follower people out there, but there's also definitely with every god, there's gonna be a cult. This is one of those things that the cults make to try and get you to follow their god type of thing.
Why?
Yeah.
Well, no, Ubix just wants to know what they were as a human. They want to
That's
more
valid.
so.
That's valid. But yeah. Either way, I mean, that's that. When the time comes, you can figure out whether or not you want to be permanently human. If you just want them to change you back temporarily, so you can see what you look like and then go back, or so forth, so on. You can figure it out.
Ubix is also worried about the fact that the big slime being gone will Ubix no longer be a slime.
From what you know from the prophecy, at least, if the prophecy is correct, then you would be freeing the slime people, meaning that you would still be able to be a slime, as well as everybody else, because they're essentially slime people at that point. They're one of you.
Oh, yeah. It's just like, do I not?
Yeah. I mean, you've got time to think it over,
Yeah.
So, but
I
Mhm.
like the idea of Ublex getting temporarily transformed in their human form for like 30 seconds, and just like half of it is incoherent screaming about like suppressed back pain that just suddenly surfaces.
Michael!
dude,
Just like Oob like snaps like a toothpick.
Dude, it's just an immediate, hey, con save, buddy. I'm pretty sure it's a con save from the cloak, if I remember right. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
a DC
Yeah.
21.
Yeah, it's
Which-
a high con save. Because I mean, like, at that point, at that size, I'm sorry, your back's gonna hurt. Like, that's...
It's gonna be
Yeah.
gone.
Yeah.
It's gonna...
Yeah.
I can't even imagine.
God, yeah, okay. Moving on. Because there's a whole discussion I could have about that, but I don't need to be doing that on a session.
Not again.
Not again. We don't need another tangent from me. So y'all can wait till the night, just kind of like hanging out for the last little bit. Because like by then, by the time y'all started meeting up, it was like starting to get sunset. So this is when they're starting to wind things down for the circus. So it'd be around like 10 that you guys could go to the main tent. Everybody else is, the rest of the crowd's been essentially like, you know, forced out while you guys get to stay in. Also, I never got to give that potion that he made Lavana work for. From the one mini game.
Yeah, what is it?
Yeah, so you get this one. It's called the float potion. It's shaped like a little teardrop, essentially. I'm gonna put it into NPC visuals. He would pass this to Kira, unless someone else wants to have it. It allows the user to float up to 20 feet in the air for 1 hour. The user can move at the normal walking speed by pulling or pushing against the surface. Without a surface to push or pull, they can swim through the air at the speed of 5 feet.
Why do I get the feeling Izmu is probably going to drink this if I don't give it to somebody else?
Dude, the Pompey 100% would. The Pompey just free flowing, like, how do I get down? How do I...
It's funny
Fuck.
because even like the liquid for this potion floats. Like it's just floating with
She would just hand it to Lavana and just, for the sake of not having a Pompey floating around the ship with no idea where he's going,
Yeah.
put this somewhere safe.
Great. Will do. I will.
I don't need Moo getting lost somewhere in the boat. Or, heavens forbid, falling off the boat. Because he doesn't know how to get around.
So do you want personal safety or overall safety? And not in the fact of personal safety for him, I mean in the way of securing the potion. Because I can keep it on my person. Or I could just
Whichever
hide
would
it.
be preferred by you.
I mean, I'm indifferent. It's more of whether or not you and the other, whoever wants to use this, will be bothered by where I would hide this.
I'll take it. That might actually save me from going overboard at some point.
Okay, here you go. That keeps me from not having to put it in hidden areas on my body. Appreciate it.
Yeah,
She'll
I'll
hand you
take
the
the
potion.
potion.
Alright.
Cool. I'll pocket the potion. That's kind of my thought process. If I get knocked overboard, I can drink it and I'll just float there.
Heck yeah.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea.
And then I can just use string and go fucking flying through the air because gravity suddenly isn't a thing.
Yep.
But also, I think Kirla's justified in not wanting Izmu to get it.
Oh yeah, I know. Yeah, no, the reason why I was having her out there is because she doesn't have bags or anything that she carries with her, but she has the dress, so it's like she would just have to hide it within the clothing. Like, she doesn't have many options for that. So,
Sticks it between her boobs.
that's honestly where she was gonna put that, probably. Like, straight up. That's why she was like, okay, I'm gonna ask you, are you okay with personal? Because she knows for a fact some people would be like, what the hell? Why'd you got that? Why'd you put that there? Type of thing.
It's Lavana.
It's
I
Lavana,
don't
yeah.
care.
Yeah, but you know, people like Leo would definitely be like, what the fuck? The knight, the one who is like honorable and lawful. Oh man.
He'll get over it.
Dude, yeah, he'll get over it. He just won't touch it.
Isn't it he like lawful good?
He's like a lawful good, yeah.
Okay.
You got like a royal knight.
Man. Then he looks over at like the people leading and they're chaotic and neutral.
Yep. The good bit is that y'all mainly have neutral and goods. Like, y'all don't really have proper evils anymore. The one evil you had was, my boy
Shin.
Shin. And Shin, I mean, because of him being around Ublex, weirdly enough, and because that was the person that Ublex went for, that kind of brought his alignment into a different gear.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so
Fuck yeah.
he was slowly drifting into a lawful neutral, and now he's slowly drifting to a lawful good because of the devotion he made. So,
What a bad bitch does.
for real. But yeah, no.
Meanwhile,
Night-
Kira's
Changes a
sitting
man.
there going- Meanwhile, Kira's sitting there going, as much as I love chaos, let's not have a Pompey going floating around the ship.
Okay, no, that's valid. I want to mention one thing, like, just like while y'all are waiting for the night to finally settle down, it is almost like constant pestering from Lavana towards Leo the entire time. Just so y'all get an understanding of the dynamic, because these are two people that have to be near each other, because researching, both same roles, so they kind of have to work with each other. It is a constant thing of her with flirtatious pestering, and him going, fuck off. Essentially type of energy. So, there is that.
We'll break one day!
Possibly, we'll see. Oh man, I feel like y'all don't actually get to see NPC interactions that much when it comes to your crew, so I try to mention them when I can. But yeah.
Forth fathering Gildart.
Dude, I think the main people y'all have talked with have actually got some proper, like, light has been Shin, because he's around a lot for him just being genuinely useful, and then also just, he's actually stuck to a PC. I think that makes a difference. Y'all have gotten a fair amount from, Asta and Borf, and you've gotten a decent amount of guild art. But I think that's about, like, you've gotten bits and pieces from Lavana, and you have a decent amount on Pike, but there are definitely people where it's like Olana, Tito. Well, I know you kind of just get information from her whether you like it or not. But people like Olana, Kacheshe, those type of people, they just don't speak much. Same thing with Yori. Oh man, but yeah. Night would fall, and you guys can head into the tent.
Carla would have spent that time brushing out Nico's fur, just so that he looked extra dapper.
Oh
Just like,
yeah.
no. You've got a bow tie and a top hat. I'm brushing your fur out.
You definitely had to as well, because, like, the confetti from the town, you're, like, getting confetti out of, like, the fur. Like, every time you think you've gotten all of it out, you brush a little bit more, and there's more confetti.
She spends easily an hour and a half brushing his fur.
Oh, yeah.
Because he's also just that fucking big.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no, like, between that, trying to get confetti out, and then for some reason there's, like, glitter every now and then that comes out, too. It's just the most, like, what the fuck?
The first bit of glitter, she would just... Lavana, leave my dog alone!
Oh, that wasn't me. That was Yori. I don't like glitter.
Of course it was.
Yes, of course. She was testing out her glitter bomb that she was going to throw at Usagi.
Why test it out on Miko? It's so hard to get out of fur.
It's more of Miko came into her room when she was trying to make one, and it went boom.
And she couldn't tell me?
She thought she got it all out. If she didn't think she got it all out, she probably would have told you. She is fairly good and pretty open book compared to some people.
Right.
Now, if it was someone like, let's say, who's a good person to throw under the bus? I shouldn't do that. You shouldn't.
That's a bad thing to do. You
Has
fucking.
anybody else been testing on Miko?
I mean, Yori didn't even mean to test it on the dog. As far as I know, I don't think so.
I gave him some food scraps.
Yes, true.
That's fine, as long as it wasn't poisonous.
I don't think so.
From what I know about animals, I don't think it was poisonous for a dune. So you should be good.
Considering back at home he ate better than half of us did.
That sounds about right.
Mother and father wanted me to take care of him properly, so I spent my days taking care of him. And that included making food for him.
Yep. Oh man. And
Oh boy.
that is where we are going to let you guys enter the little like tent. One just like the random gestures would just kind of open the tent like curtains, just kind of gesture to you guys in.
Hell yeah.
Enough.
You guys can walk on in. And I'm gonna grab your tokens. Hold on, I gotta grab your tokens. So you have in total your Shindale, Kirla, Loki, Ublek, Leo. There you are, Leo. And then you have what? Where are you, Lavana? There you are.
Am I being airshipped?
Yeah. Actually, right now, beat me up, Scotty. Yeah, you get Animal
What's
Crossing.
the alien sound like?
Dude, that's
I
crazy.
try to sound like
Oh god. Okay. Okay. I'm setting up your icons. You guys can see where you're at. You can pick where you're setting yourself up at. But yeah. You guys would come into the inside of this place. You can see all the main people that you saw before that I described kind of hanging out here. Everyone besides Fey, of course. But you can see the announcer here. You can see, you can see, essentially like on the areas where like they would have like the Hollivans or in IRL like circus cases, lions, where they would have had the Hollivans performing with the Beast Tamer. They have the announcer and Song Rebel sitting on different little podium standing things. I really don't know what you call those things, but it's the thing where the lion stands on. And then up on the tightropes on each side, on one side of the tightrope to the left, is the gal that you guys talked to, Jelefle, and the other gal that you guys saw perform, which was Ziliana. As you can see them. You can, go in as far as you want. But you would see that the Jelefle, she would see you guys enter, and basically just jump down off the 30-foot drop of rope, and then kind of just use her dress as a parachute as she begins floating down.
whoa.
As she would float down, kind of gliding and kind of landing between the two podiums. She'd give you the group of you just a wave, like come on over type of thing. Loki, it's good to see you.
Hi. A good show y'all gave.
Thank you. We do try our best. I'm glad that you could enjoy.
Yeah.
So, you were asking about the, incident.
Yeah.
Right. I was fairly new. The others here had been here for a while when it happened. There was, actually, crazy enough, a demigorgon named Loki, looked just like you. And by my guess, you are, in a way, the other Loki. I don't really know how to describe it. I'm sure you're well aware of what you are, considering you're asking this question. So,
Yeah.
essentially, the original Loki and his mother, they came to the Skazi Empire in the hopes of protection. Problem was that at the time, monster hunters, the guild had just been made. despite the guild having just been made, Skazi Empire was relatively quick to act against them, because the Skazi Empire doesn't like the Navy anyways. Because they've hunted too many of the Fey monsters. So they were quick to shut down on it. So in a way, you would think that the son of a demigorgon and his wife, after he's long dead, would be safe here. However, things changed. Originally, the mother and the son, aka Loki, the two of you came to our circus in hopes to start something, some form of life, gain some form of normality within the mess that is a demigorgon's life. I don't understand that very well because I'm not, what's the word? I don't understand society, so I can't really quite understand it to the exact T. But how do we put this? You enjoyed your time in the circus for 2 or 3 years. And the announcer would actually kind of butt in. And he would just go, yes, he did enjoy his time in the circus. Who wouldn't, as this amazing place, where your life is all about entertainment? But here's the thing. There was a day when things changed. When we went from being just entertainers to being pirates. And everything about how we did things changed. You see, the old leader of the circus wasn't Fey. No. Fact is a man who, as far as we care, doesn't matter anymore. Because why should we care about the dead man when the dead man can't laugh? But you enjoyed your time. And then Fey came walking along, on string on hand, making a performance to be seen for sure. Stronger than the rest of us, she quickly took over. Your mother and yourself, or your past self, had a grand time. When she took over, you didn't take so pleasantly to her sudden change of pace. You came here for a life of safety and felt as if you were treated as if you had been tricked into an idea of a safe haven that wasn't real. I understand that pain, I truly do. But the fact is, things change. But your mother didn't take kindly to it, and you quickly followed suit. So what happened? Well, Interfella came by, the emperor of them all, and Fey chose to make a scene. A spectacle, if you would. A true show of entertainment to win over Interfella and have the best time of our lives. You see, we did what we had to do. Your mother and you went to go perform, but we found that it was too lackluster and we were afraid of not getting the favor of Interfella. So what did we do? We did what we had to do. We grabbed darts and tied them with balloons. The balloons were filled with necrotic magic. We strung them to your bodies and threw the needles into your bodies while you were on the tightropes. You began floating into the air and your body began to lose mass as it began to absorb every bit of energy, every bit of muscle and fat tissue in your body. Until you were just mere skeletons. He loved it. But we made sure that you wouldn't go to waste. So what did we do? Well, we skinned your face. And we took the snake hair and cut it. And we gave the faces and the snake hair as an Interfella to give it to him as a gift. Of course, I pitched the idea. And Fey loved it. Simply we did what was best for business.
You killed them for the sake of business?
For the sake of entertainment. Don't you understand? An emperor comes to your door knocking and crying, wanting a show. Alas, most of your crew is gone, because it's nighttime, and only the main cast is here. So you have to make up for the lack of entertainment. And we chose to make them the pawns.
I would hardly call that entertainment.
You can roll me a perception check. Anyone that is here. Also, if any of you have moved from the main entrance besides Loki, please do move yourself further up, so that way I actually know where everybody's positioned. Shinde will be wherever, Ublex is at. Leo would probably be, somewhat near. Levon kind of keeping some distance.
But isn't this... Can't even speak.
Hold on,
Is this
yeah.
in the... Can you got that eye?
Oh, yeah.
And the night is...
You good? You good?
I'll be up here.
Oh, you're going onto the
Well,
tightrope?
yeah.
The 30 feet up? You're going on the tightrope?
Oh, hell nah.
Okay.
Evex is dripping down the tightrope.
Yeah, no, right now
I don't
you're not
have
on
Miko.
tightrope. You'd have to get 30 feet up. Oh yeah, you're right. You don't have Miko. I will go grab Miko. Let me grab Miko. Miko, where are you? Miko, where's your icon? Miko, there you are. Miko, you will have to update their health. Because that's the only icon that I didn't know how to update because I didn't know what HP they had. I've been updating everything today, so there's Miko for you. You should have control over them. Let me know if you don't. You should, yeah.
I do.
Okay, cool. Alright. Yeah. So,
And
with that, I saw a 17 perception check, but what about for everyone else?
roll 20 has done it again with Kirla being helpless.
Yeah, no shit.
Mm.
Miko, roll a perception, please, and be better than Kirla.
I did not... You said roll 20s where you rolled it?
No,
D&D Beyond is being shit. Miko got a dirty 21. Kirla
Okay.
got a dirty 10. She's too mad.
Okay. And what about you, Loki?
okay. Gets. Alright, it's not my best roll, but it's a roll.
Mm-hmm.
That is a 22.
Alright. 22. So, Miko is kind of looking around. I'm going to get to that one first, because Miko can... Obviously, they can't communicate this stuff, but Miko kind of gives a head tilt when they look towards Sangrabel. Ublex, when you look towards Sangrabel, kind of because obviously you're not just going to be staring at one person the whole time. You can see there's a shift with his positioning when they start talking about the murder. And Loki, you can see clear as day, that is... the reason why I didn't have you roll insight on this was because it is less of you're reading his emotion, more of this is very obvious, so you wouldn't need that insight. And more of just you just noticing it in between the spotlighted man that is essentially taking the bright light as a show. You can see clear as day Sangrabel is uncomfortable. He looks almost disapproving.
Okay,
Almost as if
so
he
it's-
disliked the idea.
Okay. So the whole crew isn't bad, it's just the fucking ringleader bastards a bit fucking much.
Yeah. It's kind of what you're getting the vibe of. I'm gonna roll something. No, he's gonna break his piece. Sangrabel would actually turn to Loki as he would get up from his podium. And you would see him kind of look between you, Loki, and the announcer, and just go, for the longest time, people never knew how you got out. Or, in a way, how you came to be what you are now. You see, the circus had a doppelganger for the longest time. Quite a long time. They were typically used as a form of performance. We treated them well because it was my beast, so I treated them fairly well. And then, after they got released, I was no longer the beast tamer. C'est la va. Took over. They said I was incompetent with it. Fact is, I chose to release you. Because I wanted, at the very least, after having gotten to know you and your mother, I wanted you to be able to feel something. Not to be in a cage. And for you to gain and maybe live on as Loki. Allowing him to possibly, just possibly, gain some form of revenge on the people who hunted you for your whole life. I wanted you to have something. Then I know that's probably my head on the podium now, because I've actually admitted it. But I don't care. This has gone on for too long. So if you're wondering why, Loki, or how you came to be, it is because I let you out, and I helped you escape. In a way, you are Loki. Because Loki is you. And for the whole time that you've lived your existence as Loki, you've always been Loki. You had no other identity, so in a way, you're a reincarnation of him. You can see the announcer kind of just shift his head. That smile that he had throughout the entire storytelling pretty quickly changes to a relatively aggressive, hostile, just form of anger. That smile fading fast.
Well, two things. He would look at Song or Bell. Yes. I have to thank you for allowing me to exist then.
Of course.
So I wouldn't be here otherwise. But otherwise I can state that I know exactly who I will be going after once I can get my hands on him. I already wanted to kill him, but now I have more reason to kill Innerfeller. So thanks. He'd say that to the
Announcer?
The announcer, yeah. He just looks the announcer dead in the eyes and just the most, I had reason to kill him anyways. I'll make sure he dies.
Yeah. That's fair.
It is the most...
Yeah, no, go for it.
Is the, I will ensure he dies. And his leadership, his whole position is undone.
You would see the announcer get up. And he would kind of just grab the edges of his coat and kind of just pull it to get rid of the wrinkle. And you would see him essentially tilt his head down, kind of giving a cobra stare, is the best way to explain it. And how do you plan to do that?
That's for us to know, and you to wonder. We've given enough information. We're leaving.
Okay. You start to turn away. Sangra Bell, he would look to the group of you and go, "If I may, I would like to at least accompany you for that."
I was going to actually ask you if you'd come along. I don't think you're safe here anymore.
For the
Of
man who
course.
saved my friend, you have a place on my boat.
He would turn to the announcer after hearing that, give you a nod, turn to the announcer, and go, "Labelle, you can tell Fey that I quit." And as you begin to turn, standing at the opening of the door is Fey and Seleva. And that is where we will end. As you will need to fight your way out of this. Because they work for Interfeller.
Yep,
Hell no.
I
What?
knew it.
I
There
knew
you
this would
go.
be too easy.
Yeah! But thank you all for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you enjoyed the gameplay. This was a fun little session. Even though we don't have Usagi for today's session, it was still good. He had some important business to go deal with. But thank you all for watching this episode. Go check out, if you want to find some more stuff like this, we have the Sanity campaign on the Lost Shipyard, our second channel, as well as on our main channel, this channel, Lost Harbor, up on YouTube and on Spotify. You can find things like the Hidden Garden campaign, which is a pretty serious one if you want more of that heavy roleplay. And there's also just the more goofy ones if you want a little lighter tone one. We got the brothel campaign, and we got some one-shots. Go check them out. But thank you guys for watching
Check out
this
the
episode.
duped campaign.
Duped campaign's good too. That too.
Duped.
And we will see you guys in the next episode. Bye-bye!